92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Well, it's football time here tonight on the BAS Sports Network. Our featured broadcast is in Division 4, Region 14. It is the Clyde Fliers entertaining the Shelby Whippets. John Cullen, Mike Martin, and Brad Bannister bringing you this live broadcast on 92.1 The Wolf. So happy that you're here. And Clyde is going to kick off, and we're going to see that Shelby offense and speed. They are long, they are tall, they are quick, they're good. Clyde, on the other hand, just one of those smash-mouth, hard-hitting, come-and-get-you kind of football teams, and it's a complete opposite. These are not opposites attract. These are opposites repel, Mike, and we're going to find out what's going to happen. And McCoy Dickman getting ready to kick it off, and they're going to move right to left, and here's a kickoff. It's end over end. It's going to hit about the 20. It's going to be picked up at 19, trying to get to the middle of the field, and getting hit once, turning the corner, getting hit twice, and knocked down at the 20 is going to be Isaiah Ramsey, that 6'3" sophomore receiver. He's speedy, and he was able to pick up a yard, and they will start at first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen Clyde do that a number of times, just kind of pooch kick it, and it went right in between two of the receivers. And the guy that was up just let it go over his head, and it bounced a couple times, which gave the Clyde defense a chance to get down there on it.
All right, so Shelby moving left to right. Of course, Shepard, their quarterback, 5 wideouts. Mike, keep an eye on the defense, see how they're going to run it. Shepard looking. He's got one deep already, up in the air and looking for it, and turning around, and it's going to be incomplete. They're going to call pass interference already on a Clyde defender.
Yeah, Brady Wilson was right there, and that ball was a little bit underthrown. Brady Wilson just kept running. The receiver tried to come back to the ball, and Brady Wilson was there, and that was an easy call for the official.
So Wilson got called because he turned his head the right way, but he bodied into the receiver, which impeded the receiver's ability to catch the ball.
Exactly, and that's something that makes it a pretty easy call when the official's standing right there.
Of course, Brady Wilson, one of the quickest and all SBC defensive back, correct? So that moves the ball up to the 35, so it'll be a gain of 15 via penalty. We could see a lot of this tonight. Okay, here they come. Shelby again, 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. And we'll see if Clyde's in a man. Here we go. They're going to hand off to the wide side. They're going to turn the corner and getting hit and drilled at the 40-yard line. The return man, and that was Andre Hill, one of the receivers on a receiver sprint to the outside.
Yeah, that was Abe Morrison that came over to make the hit. He had to come all the way from the back side to be able to run that down. And what Shelby's doing right now, they see that Clyde is coming up the middle, so they think they're going to try to run to the outside, which obviously a 5-yard gain on that.
Drive those receivers down and have nowhere to go. Right, 3 receivers on the near side, 2 to the backside. Here's the man in motion now going to the backside. They're looking. It's going to be a pass out there, and it's going to be a catch, and it'd be for a loss. Great coverage on the backside by the Flyers.
Yeah, again, Abe Morrison out there being able to make that stop, and that time they went to his side, the little flare pass, and Abe was able to run that down. You see that Abe's got pretty good speed, being able to cover both sides of the field.
Well, Abe fought off that block and recognized that they had Blaine Bowman in motion. And Clyde, 3 receivers boxed up here in the near side, stacked up, 2 to the far. Let's see what Shepard's going to do. He's looking. He's going to go thrick out. It's intercepted! The Flyers with the football is Cobble. He runs it out of bounds at the 43.
A nice job by Cobble, just standing right there. As a matter of fact, Shepard threw it right to him. The receiver did a little outcut, and he thought he was going to do a curl to the inside. He threw the ball before the receiver made his cut, and Cobble happened to be right there. Big play for Clyde right now.
And it would have been, if it would have been a receiver open, it would have been for a first down by a few yards. I mean, we know that Shepard can fling it, but Clyde defense gets a big stop here, Mike, to start the game, so everything's even up now. And let's see what the Flyers offense does at the 43-yard line of the Shelby Whippets. Jaden Cook, the quarterback, he's got 2 receivers to the far side. Here comes a man over to the wing, and what are we going to have?
We got a little motion by Clyde on the end. And that looked like that was Max Myers that got a little bit anxious.
So both drives start out with penalties. Both drives penalties by the Flyers. So that ball by penalty goes to the 48, so it makes it first and 15 at the 48, moving right to left as you listen to us here tonight. Pretty good representation on that far side, Mike, by the Shelby Whippet fans. Two receivers of the near. Here comes Overmeyer in motion. He'll come back and set again. And here we go. Jaden Cook looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to just go ahead and throw it away.
Yeah, they had some pressure by Connor Heckel, who was after him, and he had to get rid of that quick, or that could have been a big loss for Clyde. Pretty good coverage downfield at that time.
Got to be honest, the Clyde passing game is not real imaginative. It's pretty straightforward. And I think they saw enough tape to figure out kind of what happens there. Second down and 15. The Flyers obviously with the first turnover here at 10:26. No score. Their first opportunity with the ball. Flyers wanting to come. Now they're going to hand it off to Daniels. Up the middle. He breaks one tackle, spins, and picks up the 5 yards that were lost. Gets it back to the 48.
Yeah, that was team's tackle by A.J. Cornett. A.J. Cornett is 6'2", 350-pound senior. And I tell you, Daniels isn't going to carry him very far.
No. Nope. So good size on that defensive front for Shelby. We'll go down to Brad Bannister after this series. Brad will give us an idea on team speed and team size as they match up. Again, just under 10 minutes here. No score. Clyde with the ball. Daniels goes to the right side. Two receivers on his near side on the Clyde side, one on the far. Jaden Cook back at the 48. He's going to go ahead and hand it to Daniels up the middle. He's not going to get anywhere. He'll pick up maybe 2 to the 40, maybe 3, so it's going to be fourth down, and we'll call it a long 7.
Yeah, that was Caleb Baker on that stop. Caleb Baker is one of their main sack guys, so, you know, he knows how to get around on that line.
So Clive obviously showing 2 and 2 on each side. And let's see if it's fourth down. So let's see with a man in motion what they're going to call. Try to get them to jump maybe, Mike, a little bit, make it more manageable, or go back and punt, and that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
Cook's going to punt the ball. There's the punt. He kicks it short. It's going to hit and bounce, and it does give a little bit of a Clyde bounce, and it's going to get knocked down right about, we'll say the 10-yard line. So let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, matching up the two teams so far here early, what are your thoughts?
You mentioned it, John. Their offense and defensive front is very big for Shelby. They look very strong, very athletic, but probably where I'm most impressed is the skill position players for Shelby. They are those long, athletic, fast type of kids, and it's definitely going to be a tough matchup for the Flyer defense.
Marshall Shepard, the quarterback, 6'2", senior. He's thrown for 3,600 yards. Man in motion. They're going to hand off and counter in the middle. And he's going to be thrown for a loss. That time they did the sweep, jet sweep again to Blaine Bowman and tackle Clyde.
Yeah, that was Blue Norman, first team all SBC, and the sack leader. It's hard to move Blue off that line.
Player of the year.
Player of the year.
All right, so here we go. Looking to throw. Look at the moment. Marshall's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. Solid tackle on the backside, so the Flyers playing man-to-man. I'm not sure who had that. I think that was Plummer on the tackle. But the Flyers hold them to a gain of only a few, and it'll be third down, and we'll call it 7. The ball spotted at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice job of Plummer.
Excuse me, the 13-yard line.
Keeping everything right in front of him and then coming up and making a sure tackle.
Third down, a long 7. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Second time that Shelby's had the ball. Shepard at quarterback. He's back. He's looking across the middle. Nothing there. He's got a seam pattern down the right side, and it is nowhere to go. As the receiver broke off the pattern, Mike. And that's why OBJ's not in Cleveland anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you, that's the second time that there was miscommunication between Shepard and the receiver. The first time it was miscommunication, Cobble picks it off. That time, he throws it 30 yards down the field. The receiver cuts it off at about 10.
Yeah, he was supposed to go a little bit deeper on that one. So they're going to punt the football for the first time. Back at the goal line. Nice snap. Here we go. Punt's going to be end over end. It's going to bounce, and picked up. And here we go. Coming to this side. It's going to be a nice return by Clyde. They're going to say that running out of bounds, Caden Olsen played that ball well, and Olsen advanced it about, we'll say about 7-8 yards to the 44-yard line of Shelby.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few times this year that the Clyde punt receivers just let the ball hit and roll. That probably saved about 15 yards right there by him picking that up.
So Clyde's in good field position. They went 4 and out. Actually, with the penalty, they went 5 and out and punted the first time. They got the ball almost in the same spot at the 44, moving right to left. No score here again, 7:37. And let's see what the Flyers want to do. Overmeyer playing a little bit at that wingback position, and Cook's going to give it off to the right side. Here comes Daniels, head down, powers, first down, Clyde, down to the 32. Pickup of 12 off right tackle by Daniels.
Yeah, that defensive line has got a lot of size. They didn't move him back very much. Blaine Bowman had to come from his defensive back spot to be able to make that play.
And Bowman's quick. He's one of the receivers. He came up from the backside, as you said, the safety position. First down here of the ball game. Handoff again, Daniels, same side. He's going to fight forward. He's going to pick up about 3, almost 4. They're going to spot him at about the 28-yard line. So pickup of a long 3. It'll be second down and a long 7 for Clyde. Clyde going back to what they know, Mike.
Yeah, David Ray came up and made that tackle. David Ray has 98 tackles on the season. He leads Shelby Whippets in that area.
So Daniels right behind Cook, in an eye. Here comes Overmeyer to the left wing. And handoff to Daniels up the middle. He gets by the first defender. He gets by Moore, almost near first down. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, he picked up the first time by about a yard. Just great blocking up front by the Clyde Fliers.
So they pick up 7. First and 10, Clyde, just a yard or 2 away from the Fremont floor covering red zone. First scoring threat by either team here tonight. Tell you what, Clyde offensive line looking very well here early in the run game. Man in motion for Clyde. That's Griffin Nuffs. Now he's going to set in the slot. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Cook looks. Big game for Jaden Cook, the senior. He's going to hand off, and they're going to misdirect. And this time Daniels took left instead of going right, and they sacked him for a loss back of about 1.5 yards back to the 23.
Again, Caleb Baker coming up and making that stop. Caleb Baker is 6'1", 230-pound senior.
That time, Mike, Daniels was looking to the right side and thought there was a hole in the back. He didn't see from the backside that the defender was coming right up that backside and threw him a loss of almost 2. So it's going to be second down and 11, 5:38 to go. Clyde at the 23. Overmeyer motion from the right to the left. Jaden Cook looking. He's going to hand off to Daniels. He tries to get the left side. He spins and keeps his feet moving, but will only get down to about the 21. He'll pick up 2, and so that's going to make it third down and about 9. I think he'll spot it close to the original line of scrimmage at the 21, so third down and 10.
Yeah, again, Caleb Baker. That's a guy that's playing out there that is being able to find the little crease to be able to get in that backfield.
A lot of Bakers on this team. Of course, Caleb Baker, defensive end, 6'1", 230, and a senior. Cook flares one out, caught, trying to get up to the left side and just kind of running into a pile is the receiver, Brad Bannister, who caught that pass for Clyde on that flare pass.
That was Caden Olson out there and got stood up about 5 yards short of the line of scrimmage, or of the first down.
So Olson that time, Mike. Yeah, so Olson, Mike, that time, he got it, but kind of ran into the defense instead of turning the corner on that.
Right,
so Clyde's got 4th down and 5 at the 11. Or where's that at? No, it's at the 15, excuse me. So they got to get down to about the 11 to get the first down. Jaden Cook, 4th down play for Clyde. 4-17, man in motion is Olson. And Clyde's going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout here. 4th and 5 for Clyde. 4:11 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this. No score on 92-1 The Wolf.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Flyers. Go Flyers!
North Coast Showtime is a proud sponsor of all area youth athletics and is the premier youth volleyball and basketball organization in Northwest Ohio. North Coast Showtime is proud to announce their exclusive contract with Cedar Point Sports. Showtime was founded in 2013 by John and Lindy Cahill, and they are committed to our area youth in ensuring they are champions on and off the court. Check them out at northcoastshowtime.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
4:11 to go in the first quarter. Welcome back to Bishop Stadium. Clyde with a 4th and 4 on the 15 of Shelby. Cook, high snap, looking back. He's looking in the end zone. Now he's going to have to run, and he's going to throw it into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete, and it will be Shelby's football at their own 15.
Yeah, that was Blaine Bowman. There was 3 defensive backs right there. It was Bowman, it was Miles Hall, and number 10, Braden Stone. That were all back there. 2 receivers, 3 defensive backs, usually not going to come up with completion.
So Brad Bannister, what do you think they were trying to accomplish on that?
Well, they wanted to free up some receivers over on this side, and then Cook got a little pressure, tried to get out, and then I think he just got rid of it, which is a smart play on 4th and 5 anyway.
Right, Shepard, the quarterback, he's back to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw one here wide open and caught for a first down at the Clyde 30. Again, as we had said, because of the white on the yellow jersey, it's a little hard to pick up, but I'm not sure. I know Plummer was on that side earlier.
Yeah, that was Plummer that came up and made that hit. Gave him a lot of cushion, just a whole lot of cushion. And I'll tell you, if that's going to be the situation, that's going to be...
They'll pick the sidelines all the way down.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Actually 2, and here comes a man in motion. And they're going to fake the hand of the quarterback's going to keep it, and he is going to get hit hard at the line of scrimmage with nowhere to go.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer came up and made that stop. Dylan Overmeyer, 123.5 tackles on the season. Dylan Overmeyer also first team all-conference at linebacker. Excuse me, we've called his name a lot, and I believe that he's going to have a lot of action tonight.
3:13 and counting, 2nd down and 10. So far, the Clyde defense has stood up pretty well against the Shelby offense. Let's see what Shepard's going to do here. Quick snap, he's back. He's looking, he's going to go deep. He's got a guy out there, and it's going to be incomplete. That time is great defense on that backside, and who was that?
That was Plummer again. Plummer did a nice job of being able to run right with. That was Andre Hill.
So the ball was thrown to the inside shoulder, Mike, not the outside shoulder, okay? And Plummer kept him from getting past him on the sideline to get a chance to play on the ball. They're going deep, and so far the Clyde man-to-man defense has done well.
Yeah, and that's something that when they're running deep like that, and again, to cut that pattern off.
Isaiah Ramsey is 6'3", right in front of us. They haven't looked at him yet. Step up across the middle. It's going to be caught and should be a first down. Let's see where they spot him. The one official right here is going to go right to the chain, and they're going to spot it short, Mike.
Yeah, he's about half yard short, looks like.
They're going to spot it at the 39. So that's going to make it 4th down and 1.
I'd say this is 4-down territory.
Shelby's going to go for it on their own 39. And let's see if they try to draw Clyde off. Clyde defense has been suspect to jump across that line of scrimmage once in a while, especially as hungry as they are. He's looking. He's going to throw it across the middle. It will be caught for a first down. Just a little slant in pattern, and it will be complete to the 46. Hill with the reception.
Yeah, Kyle Llewellyn was there. But that's something that Shelby is going to do. They've got that short passing game. They tested Clyde quite a few times deep. Nothing there. But that short passing game, we've seen it time and time again where they've been able to get those 5-6 yard passes.
Of course, that Shelby passing game likes to go deep. So far, I haven't had success, but I tell you what, you can pick and choose right now. So it's 1st and 10 at the Clyde 46. Excuse me, at the Shelby 46, moving left, right. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's going to pump it across the middle, do the same play, same result, and they're going to get down to inside the Clyde at the 49, so they're going to pick up 5 on that. So, Mike, I think a quick adjustment by Shelby. If we can't go long, let's go short, and it's working so far.
Yeah, because Clyde defensive backs, they're playing off a little bit. Early on, they were playing a little bit tighter man-to-man coverage, and Kyle Llewellyn getting his action out there made his 2nd tackle.
So we'll say second down and 5. 1:57 to go. Here we go. Looking this way. They're going to throw a screen to the backside. And there's a block in the back. But here we go with the ball at the 30, at the 25, at the 10-5. First score of the night on a screen pass. Touchdown to Andre Hill.
Yeah, that was set up perfectly. They had big number 50 out there, Caleb Baker, out there blocking the defensive back. And there was no one else around. The linebackers got blocked from the inside. So there was nobody to run that down, and then Plummer was trying to catch him from behind, but when you've got Andre Hill out there, he's got a lot of speed. He was able to take it to the house.
He had the juice, and he took it to the house. First score of the night here. There's a snap, there's a hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So your score here early with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Shelby 7, Clyde nothing. Hill with a 49-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, we've seen this.
We've seen this show before.
Yes, we have. They can score quickly, and there was when they played Bellevue, which we got to do that game, they scored 3 touchdowns within a minute and a half. So they're a big play offense, and they'll set you up with those short passes. And that time that screen was set up perfectly.
Mike, I was just going to say that's good coaching. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad Bannister, important for the Clyde Fliers there you're on their sideline, that they don't let that touchdown get them down, because this team will take advantage of them if they take their eye off the ball.
Yeah, you're right, John. This is a team that is going to score some points, and I'm sure the coaching staff talked to the players about that. Hey, they're going to get some points. They're going to score some touchdowns. Let's just keep doing what we need to do the basics, and let our offense try to punch it in.
So 1:43, our first score goes to the Shelby Whippets. And again, another big play. It'll be Shepard to kick off. End over end to the side, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Flyers going to get a good field position, and it'll be 1st and 10. The Clyde offense now would love to have, it's not imperative, but they would love to have a nice long drive to give their defense a break and to kind of grab a hold of the time of possession.
Yeah, the best defense for Clyde right now is their offense, just keeping Shelby off the field. Because when they get on the field, they're able to score very quickly and with big plays. So, Clyde needs a long, timely, sustained drive right now.
And this is where they're looking at the leadership of their quarterback, Jaden Cook, to be able to make timely throws, make quick decisions, help take advantage of this defense. They're paying in tight close to the ball. Mike, they're within 5 yards of the offense, so they're all up in the box. Cook, handoff, again, up the middle, and they stack it up. It'll be a gain of 1. So, Mike, right now the Flyers' offense is going to need to make an adjustment.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something because, again, big number 72, A.J. Cornett, that 350-pound defensive lineman, they're not getting much movement on him, and that seems like that's right where they're going.
A little play action could do you well right here, because obviously they're coming up in the box to stop Daniels, and Clyde just straight ahead. They fake it to Daniels. There's the play action. They're looking. They're going deep on this side, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Andrew Cobble. He had 2 on him, but the pass was almost there. Just a little long. Cobble had a chance to get a hand on it, and it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 8.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the offensive line right there to give Cook plenty of time to be able to get that ball down the field.
So 3rd down and long for Clyde. 3 receivers are on the near side, 1 to the far side. And Jaden Cook, now they're going to drop the defensive back. He's rolling. He's just going to do a little possession pass, and it's going to be caught by Cobble for a 1st down. So Clyde returns the favor with a little possession passing game. Gets it to the 46, and it'll be 1st and 10. And Mike, that's good coaching there, too. Hey, we can take those intermediate passes, correct?
Right. They're backing off. They're giving them plenty of cushion. So just get what you need. Get that 1st down. Keep the chains moving.
2 receivers on each side. Daniels to the right. Here comes now Olsen in motion, left to right. Now he's off on the right side. Now Daniels switches to the left of Cook. He gives to Daniels. Daniels gets through the hole. He breaks through. He keeps his feet moving. 1st down to the 41.
That time they got a little piece of the defensive line. A.J. Cornett got blocked a little bit. I mean, they double-teamed him and went right up that seam.
So Clyde with the hurry-up look. And to be honest, Mike, with the substitutions from Shelby, if they went ahead and hurry up and snapped it, they'd get him for 12 on the field. There's a flat pass to Olsen. Gets back to the block this time. Olsen puts his head down down, and he gets close to another first down. That time Olsen just went with it instead of cutting inside, and it could very well be close. It's going to be a first down Clyde at the 31.
Yeah, that time Brady Wilson did a nice job of blocking Connor Hinkle. And Olsen, like you said, John, read that block and got to the outside, got the first.
Number 2 and number 7 going at it here in Clyde. Shelby with the 7-0 lead here with 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Clyde looking, I believe they're just going to let it go, and it'll be our quarter timeout, and it is. So at the end of 1, it is Shelby 7, Clyde moving with the ball. We'll be back with the second quarter here tonight on 92 on the Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Stop into any of our convenient offices or visit us online at fremontfcu.com to check out the credit union difference. We offer local decision-making on loans, making the process fast and easy for our members. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back. Quarter number 2. Shelby with the lead, 7-0. Clyde moving the ball. Got this at their own 35. Now they're at the Shelby 31, moving left to right. Brady Wilson split far out. It looks like Andre Hill on him. Near side is Olsen in the slot.
Now, John, if you look over there, they got 2 receivers and the safety covering
Right.
about 15 yards away. It should be an automatic.
All right, so they're automatic. You give it to Daniels. Daniels cuts up the middle and runs past another one and keeps himself going. It should give him down to about the 24. It's going to be a pickup of almost 7. So Daniels starting to get a little bit of momentum, Mike, here. As, 3 out of every 4 runs, he's getting 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, and that time he wasn't stood up by somebody that was 350 pounds. That was David Ray that weighs 175, so he could move him back a little bit.
So it's going to be second down. We'll call it 4 at the 24. Man in motion. They jet sweep it out here, trying to get to the outside, and it's going to be Cobble. Cobble gets it down inside the 15. First and 10, Clyde, and then a spot him at the 14. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, great block out here by Dylan Overmeyer, doing a nice job sealing off this end so that Cobble can just get around that, stay in bounds, pick up the first down.
Picks up 11 on that jet sweep, so the Flyers show a little horizontal or picking the side offense. Now they're in the position of trying to get into the end zone. Shelby with the lead, Clyde with the ball. Just underway here in the second quarter of play. Jaden Cook back, hands to Daniels, cuts back up to the middle, and he's going to get it down to 10, so he's going to pick up about 3.
Again, Caleb Baker coming up and making that stop.
Caleb Baker, big number 50, 6'1", 230. Tell you what, he's right in the middle of everything. So 3 receivers to the far side for Clyde right now. Show a little unbalanced now. It's going to be Cook standing back in the pistol, and Daniels to his right. 7-0 Shelby. Here comes a man in motion out to the near side. And Daniels is going to step up. Now here comes Cook looking for the snap at the 15. He's got 8 seconds. He gives it. Daniels up the middle. He gets through a seam. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Clyde.
Oh, what a nice job of coming up through that middle. Luke Shepard he just whiffed on that. He was standing right in the hole, and Daniels just ran right past him.
So the Flyers answer the ensuing drive, the chance to tie the ball game. McCoy Dickman, the senior kicker, looking to tie the ball game. We'll take a timeout after this kick. Snap, hold, good, kick, up, kick, good. We are tied at 7 here at Bishop Stadium. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the Shelby series after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Eric from Wendy's here to tell you about our newest addition to the Made to Crave menu, the Big Bacon Cheddar Sandwich. It all starts with a fresh, never frozen patty or a classic chicken filet. Add American cheese, our new bacon jam, 3 strips of bacon, onion tanglers, creamy cheddar cheese spread, and a new toasted cheddar bun. Take a bite into this sweet, cheesy sandwich for a taste like never before. Parlay this amazing sandwich with Wendy's new and improved fries, and you'll be saying, now that's my Wendy's.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
As we get back to action, short kickoff by the Flyers, picked up and returned by the Shelby Whippets, and that return man was Camden Wheeler. He's a junior receiver and advances the ball to the 35. So good field position for the Whippets. They've had it at their own 20. They've had it at the 10. They've had it at the 15. And here they come now tied, and let's see what they want to do. It's a game of adjustments, guys. 10:34 here in the first half of play, tied at 7. And there's going to be a jump by the Flyers.
Yeah, got a little anxious right there. That was Logan Holmler that wanted to put a bead on the quarterback. You know what Clyde's doing right now defensively? They're just going straight man across with Caden Olson at the deep safety.
So didn't we say the Clyde defense has a propensity to jump a little bit?
Yeah.
We didn't want to tell the tale, but now it's a first and short at the 40. Shepard back, looks right. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. Nice coverage on that backside by the Flyers to tip that ball up, intended for Blaine Bowman.
Yeah, Brady Wilson right there. That would have been, short of a first down, but anytime that ball is tipped up in the air like that, it's usually a pretty free game for the defense, but no one was around to be able to get it.
A couple of scores real quick, guys. Port Clinton 10-0 over Keystone in the first quarter. Shelby and Clyde obviously have. Avon 14, Ross 6. Columbian 6, West Holmes 0. Perkins 7, Edison 0.
So they're all close here early, as it should be. There's going to be a quarterback keeper to the right side. Shepard gets it. He'll get the first down. As that time he countered to the right side and ran it up to about the 48-yard line, picks up 8, picks up the first down to keep the drive alive by Shelby.
Abe Morrison, again, calling his name, come over across from his linebacker spot to make that tackle. That's a good play because they let the defense come upfield a little bit, and the linebackers are shuffling back. That's where Abe Morrison was at, and he was 10 yards deep looking for the pass.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line. The Shelby Whippets and Clyde tied at 7. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the half. Jet sweep. Now they're going to go ahead and counter back to this. That is a great call. With the football and getting tackled, but not until he gets out of bounds. And that's going to be at the 32-yard line. Huge play. That was a great counter. They showed the jet sweep and then countered him back. And it looked to me like there might have been a late hit there on that near side.
Yeah, that's one that, it could be questionable, but you're right, John. That was Luke Shepard came from his tackle spot on the other side, pulled around, and then looked back, turned back, and made the block.
So they are a sideline warning for Shelby. Okay, there was a penalty flag, but on the other side for Shelby.
Yeah, that's not going to cost them anything, but the next one will cost them.
So they're down to Clyde 32 right now. Shelby, again, they scored quickly. Their last drive was 7 plays, 85 yards.
I think their coaching staff might have saw what you saw, John, maybe a late hit, and they were a little upset about that.
Got out on the field. All right, so moving right to left, the Shelby Whippets trying to take the lead back here at 9:32. Bowman in motion, left to right in a hurry. He's looking for, they're going to throw it out here. And it's going to be, again, that little screen pass. He's going to get caught, and he'll get hit and drilled out of bounds. And that is over by the 27-yard line. Pickup of 5. Well, the officials are letting them hit, Mike. There's no doubt about that. Of course, this is a quarterfinal game. They're going to let these guys be physical with reason.
Yeah, that time Blaine Bowman, nice job of coming out there and just stalking it up.
Well, what I like about the way Shepard does that play, he doesn't wait too long to get rid of the football. So Shepard's got the ball. He's got man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to go across the middle. It's going to be possession caught. It's going to be Hill with it. And Hill's going to be close to the first down. They spot him at the 21, pickup of 6, and it will be a first down.
Yeah, Jay Plummer came up and made that stop. That was a really nice job. Fake the pass, the screen pass to the right, and just turned right away and tossed it and got that first down. So, again, just the quarterback looking one way and then turning back quickly and making the play.
Well, Shelby has turned into quarterback U over the past 10 years. And don't think for a minute Shepard's not going to be looking somewhere else. He looks right, looks left. He's going in the end zone. Ball's going to be up there, and it's going to be incomplete. That ball is well overthrown, and it will be second down, and they'll call it 10.
Yeah, that had no chance at all. I think he was just throwing that out of bounds. That Cobble was on that coverage, and he was trailing, but that had to be a perfectly thrown pass to make a completion.
So Mike, I do a lot of Division III games, and right now looking at Shepard, he's got the size, he's got the arm, could easily play at that level. He gets the ball rid of it quickly. He's got good arm. Right now he's trying to get advanced here in the playoffs. There's a man in motion. They're going to fake it again. He's going to roll to his right, looking for time, He's just going to dump it off here to the safety valve, and it will be for a first down to the Clyde 11-yard line.
You just said it, John, right there. He did a nice job of rolling away from the defense, able to move up, run towards the line of scrimmage, and put the ball perfectly in stride to Blaine Bowman.
They're going to say he was short. So that'll make it 3rd down and 1.
This is where it's going to be big for that Clyde defensive line.
This is where you would hope that somebody would get a stop, maybe, right?
Well, this is where you hope that Blue Norman gets through there and gets a sack and puts a little bit deeper for Clyde.
There's a timeout, and we'll take an extra timeout here. 8:39, big play for Shelby. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Back to action. Shelby with the ball. The completion down inside the 5-yard line to the 4. So pick up about 8, and the Shelby Whippets just kind of clipping a little bit there. Mike Martin just picking and choosing, and they don't need to go deep. They're going to try and bring that defense up before they try to go deep, and right now they're in the red zone, and they're very much in a position to take the lead here. 8:31 to go in the half, tied at 7. Marshall Shepard's got man in motion. They give to him. He tries to go ahead and counter back again. He's going to get hit, and he will not get into the end zone. They'll drop him down about the 3. So Brad Bannister down the sideline. Boy, I tell you what, Shelby Whippets, good offensive game plan so far.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of just getting the ball out in space to their receivers. They're playmakers. They get it to them, let them do their thing, try to find creases, openings, break tackles. Very important for Clyde to tackle in space tonight.
2nd down and 2. 2nd and goal and 2. 3 receivers here to the left, 2 to the right. Let's see if they can get any pressure on Shepard. He's going to hand it off the jet sweep to this side, coming to this side and trying to get in the end zone. And into the end zone with the score are the Shelby Whippets, and they get a touchdown. Wait, we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. Brad, let's go back to you.
This is definitely in the vicinity of holding on Shelby. We'll see what the call is.
It's what it was, Brad. It was a holding call. And when you've got a play that's going to the outside, and Andre Hill with all the speed he has, you don't need to hold inside like that.
No.
I mean, there's no reason. You could just let that defensive man go. He's not going to run Hill down. So that was a big call that, Shelby did not have to hold inside there.
So it'll be second down and goal again, this time at the 12. It just gives Shelby more space for more seams, Mike, for the receivers. 3 to the far, 3 to the near, 2 to the far, and Shepard empty backfield by himself. He's looking to throw. He's looking. He's going to go right across the middle. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. We got another flag. And this time they're going to call holding again. Because throwing his hands up in the air is offensive lineman Caleb Baker.
He might be saying, how am I supposed to stop Blue Norman?
Holding, yeah.
Because that's who put the pressure on.
Yeah. Well, he's all performer. Blue Norman's going to be an all-state performer. There's no doubt about it. And he just threw his hands up in the air like, what can I do to stop him? And it's going to be another penalty. Now it's moving Shelby not only back, Mike, but putting them out of field goal range, too.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I was kind of questioning. How is that offensive line, just keeping the defensive line from getting any penetration right there? Well, I guess we're kind of finding that out right now.
That's a 19-yard penalty because of where the flag was thrown. Spot of the foul, second down and goal from the 31. So Shelby misfiring just a little bit here with 7:20 and counting. Look for them to try to get a decent chunk on this play. 3 receivers, Clyde coming up. Shepard back. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get time. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. He could not overthrow it. But again, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Who had the pressure there, Brad?
The pressure up front was by Max Myers and Logan Holmler again. But I tell you what, he had a receiver down there.
He did.
That just got out past Andrew Cobble, but just couldn't complete it on the run.
And I think that was a change-up, Mike. Once he started scrambling, that receiver went post.
Yeah.
And he was open.
He was open. He had about 2 steps right there on Olsen and, just didn't make that connection.
So, Mike, this is a big play. It's third down and goal from the 31. You go for it all, or you try to get close enough to kick a field goal. Their kicker's got pretty good leg. Let's see what they're going to do. They're looking deep. He's in trouble. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's throwing one up in the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown. They threw it up in the air, and the high point in the football was Andre Hill. No, who was it?
No, that was Isaiah Ramsey.
Oh, Ramsey with the touchdown. Wow, what a play. With a 3rd and 31, they get the touchdown.
I would have to say that Isaiah Ramsey is a basketball player because he just jumped up over top of everyone and was able to haul that ball down. So that's like getting a rebound off the rim.
So we'll keep it right here. Extra point is up, and it is good. So Shelby now on top 14-7. And big plays, Mike. Their first score was a 49-yard pass to Hill. This one, a 31 pass to Ramsey. 3rd and goal from the 31. He had pressure, and that we're talking about Shepard, but he was able to step up enough to plant that foot and get it in the end zone. A big score for the Shelby Whippets.
And that was after about 39 yards worth of penalties that they had on them for 2 holding penalties and one that went from the spot of the foul.
So the Whippets come in here, and they're playing true to form, Mike. They're throwing the football. It's 2 big plays. Flyers had him in pretty good position. Of course, if they get a chance to sack him, it's great. But you know what? You got a great quarterback here. He's going to find a way to make it happen, and there he did. And the pass, there's good coverage.
No, it was there.
But Ramsey, how tall is Ramsey? He's 6'3". He just high-pointed that ball and went up over the Clyde defenders and picked it out of the air to score. So here's the ensuing kickoff, 14-7. Shelby with the lead. 6:56 to go in the half. This time it's going to kick a scooter on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Clyde at the 20. Coming back to the inside and getting hit. Boy, that looked like a helmet was ripped across there.
And that's probably a face mask.
Yeah, it looked like his head twisted a little bit. To me, of course, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. But it'll be Clyde's ball at least 1st and 10 as the up man is kind of adjusting his headpiece just a little bit.
Yeah, I would have to say so. That definitely was not an incidental.
Chancey Miracle was – he's saying, okay, listen, I need to see if my jaw's still inside my helmet.
Yeah,
and that will be a personal foul and give Clyde the ball all the way to the 42. 2 of Clyde. So if there's anything that Shelby's not done right tonight, it's been the penalties have started to make a difference for them.
Yeah, it's added up. But, when you've got Shelby, it doesn't matter if it's 4th down and 2 or 4th down and 30. They have the
Not so
opportunity
far.
to get it.
So Clyde's got the football. 6:51 at their own 42, moving left to right. Here comes a man in motion. That's Cobble. And Cook, hands off, in the middle. And it's going to be a pickup of about 5. Daniels gets across the 40, just on the other side of the 45. So they're going to say a pickup of 3 by Daniels.
Yeah, that was Miles Hall that came in and made that stop. One of the smaller guys out there, 5'9", 165 sophomore.
One of these times, Clyde comes up the line of scrimmage quickly. They clap their hands, and then they look to the sideline, right, all night long. One of these times, they're going to go up the line of scrimmage, clap their hands, and run the play. So far, we got one receiver to the far, one to the near. Here comes a man in motion over here to the near side, and again, that is going to be Nuffs. Looking to throw. He's got a guy open deep. He's looking for it. It's in and out of her hands. Oh, my gosh, we got a flag here on the backside. Brad Bannister, not sure what that call is going to be, but that was a pass that was dropped by that receiver for Clyde.
I could almost see him running out of bounds and dropping the flag right there.
Mm-hmm. So will that be against the Flyers? Yep.
Yeah, Coach Carter is questioning what this call may be.
So moves the ball all the way back. That's a penalty of 15 yards.
They're calling pass interference on Cobble.
I'm not 100% sure about where that might have transpired.
Well, you didn't see any contact, but of course we didn't see the mid part of that pattern, so it's hard for us to say.
The far sideline judge on the opposing team's sideline said that Cobble pushed off. That's what he signaled.
Okay, well, if we got a confirmation with the officials down here, they're grouped up and trying to determine if that call is going to stay. Well, it sure should because they moved the down marker already. So that's going to be tough. And, yes, they're going to –
second down and about 20 for Clyde now. Actually, second down and 21. And the pass was through Cobble's hands, too.
Yes, it was.
You're going to pass interference, you got to catch the ball at least, right? So let's see what the Flyers are going to do here. Deep in their own territory, they're going to hand it off to Daniels. Daniels going to run forward, and he'll pull a few with him. And he'll pick up about 6, get it up to about the 36. This is going to be third down and a whole lot of third down, at least maybe 15.
Yeah, again, Miles Hall came up and made that stop, and Daniels was able to carry him for about 2.5 yards or so because Miles Hall, again, only 165 pounds.
So the Flyers' drive started to look promising, but it's starting to fall apart here. Wheels coming off. Let's see what they do. Man in motion to the near side by us. 2 receivers near us. And it's going to be Cook. He's looking. He's got time. He's flushing out of the pocket. He's going to go up the back foot, and he's just going to throw it away. So Jaden Cook, just my opinion, seemed to be bailing out pretty quick here.
Yeah, that was a hitch and go right there that Cobble did, and Braden Stone, the defensive back, did not fall for that at all. He just kept his cushion right there, and if Cook would have thrown it, he would have made the tackle, but there was no way he was going deep on him.
The other thing, Mike, is there's a high snap. Let's see if Cook can get it off. He does. He gets a good punt after that high snap. It's going to be a horizontal bounce, and Clyde will pick it up and touch it at about the 37. So Shelby will get at their own 37-yard line with a 14-7 lead. Mike, it seems to me it could just be the way it views up here. Clyde, when they go deep, they have one person in the pattern they're looking for. They got nobody across the middle in case coverage breaks off. And that makes the quarterback not have hardly any options. It's got to be perfect or not.
No, there are no options because we've seen Jaden Cook be able to take off and run, but so is Shelby. So they're keeping people back, kind of spying Cook to make sure he's not going to be able to do that.
All right, so Shelby with the ball and the lead now at their own 38-yard line, 5:15 to go. They're going to go ahead and do a reverse pass. It's going to be up in the air, and it should be intercepted, and it is. And it's picked off by Clyde. And Shelby tries to get fancy. Olsen's going to get the interception. All he had to do was sit and wait for it, just like a punt. And it should be Clyde's ball at the 26-yard line.
You know, this fall
we have a flag
down there.
Okay.
You know, I've seen a lot of geese and ducks flying over the house.
Yeah, that was
that kind of looked like it right there.
So Connor Heckel is the one that threw the ball, and it was a wide receiver pass play. And what's it going to be?
It's going to be pass interference on Clyde.
Who?
What happened was Olsen was waiting for that ball because
Right.
it was a very short
Right,
long,
throw.
yeah. And the other defender was kind of holding back the receiver from coming back to the ball.
He wouldn't have been able to get to it. All right, so that's going to keep the Shelby drive alive to the Clyde 47. So that's real interesting how that played out. Shelby gets more life. Here comes the quarterback. He's up in the air. He throws one deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Wow, I tell you what, Blaine Bowman wide open, and the backside, who had coverage there for Clyde because they were nip and tuck on that particular play. See if that defender will turn around.
Is that Brady?
Yeah, that is Brady.
Okay,
Wilson.
yeah, it's really hard to see the numbers up here. I'm trying to look at the helmet number,
right?
Because you really can't see the jersey number. But
So I will tell you that the receivers and defenders, there's a lot of contact there on every play, both sides. And so, therefore, you know, they're understanding that pass didn't happen. But Shepard has been avoiding sacks all night long. He's going to throw another quick one out here. It's going to be caught by Hill, and Hill's going to get dropped at the 40. So that'll be a pickup of 7, make it 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Jay Plummer came up from the safety spot to make that play, and you know that's something that the linebackers are spreading out. You know, they're just going in a little zone right now, and you know this is a time when you put a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. And
if Clyde could shoot somebody in there, I think they could get Shepard, but Shepard has been standing tall in the pocket, and that's what he does. Here comes Bowman in motion, left to right. Now we got 3 receivers. He's turning on the run. They're going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught, and it'll be for a 1st down. He's still alive, and he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, pick up a 14 for Shelby.
that time Clyde went to a straight man-to-man defense, and Brady Wilson tried to go across with the motion man, and there was no way he was going to make that play after the pass was thrown because he's coming all the way across the field, and you know he's lucky that that's all that they got out of that.
So Clyde Fliers down 14-7. Shelby with the ball, and they're moving again. Marshall Shepard, fake handoff, quarterback keeper. He's going to get hit, and he'll get dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. They've run that a few times, and it's been pretty effective.
Yeah, Walker Britt right there, and Dylan Overmeyer came up and made that stop.
So we got 3:57 to go here in the first half of play. Glad you're with us. John Cullen, Mike Martin, and Brad Bannister on the sideline. Shelby with the 14-7 lead and with the ball. Big stand here. 2nd down and 10 at the 26. Back. Their throw. It's going to be thrown up there. It's way too high. And that time a little bit of pressure. And it looked to me, let's go down to Brad, that Marshall Shepard felt a little heat on that one, Brad, and he had to get rid of it early.
Yeah, he did.
He just cut out, Brad. Sorry.
Well, that was Remington Norman and Logan Holmler that were putting the pressure on right there. And that's probably why he threw a little bit high, because Andre Hill was open past the 1st down marker.
And I think that's what Clyde really needs to rally around is their defensive line getting some pressure because it's difficult for those defensive backs to stay with the receivers from Shelby.
They can't. If you have that much time to throw, somebody's going to be open. 3rd down and 10. Here they go. They're coming at. Oh, they hit him this time, and it's going to be incomplete. And that time it was a welcome to Clyde hit as they sent Shepard straight to the deck.
Yeah, Logan Holmler, nice job on that of coming across the line and just letting him know. And not a late hit.
No,
he was releasing the ball when he hit him. So, good job by Holmler to be able to come up and make that stop.
All right, so it's 4th down and 10. We got 3:32 to go here in the half. And big play of the ball game, up by 7 are the Whippets. They converted a 3rd and goal from the 31 and scored. Let's see if Clyde can play. It looks like Clyde's coming up tight. Shepard straight back. He's looking left. He's being pressured again. He's going way deep into the end zone. It's going to be caught. And there's a penalty flag, and it should be a touchdown.
Well, we got a penalty flag, so not sure if they're going to say he pushed off
Let's get the call and see if Brad Banderson's got that for us or not.
Yeah, well, what I saw is Shelby is not very happy right now with what's going on.
So they are going to call Shelby for the penalty, huh? They're walking back. See if we get the call.
Yeah, they're going to call.
Well, there was some separation right at the end. Right at the end, there was some separation between the two. And it's going to be pass interference by Shelby. Well, no wonder he was open.
Yeah.
So the ball's going back to the 41 by penalty. So now it's going to be 4th down and 10, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, about 24-yard line. So you know they're going to go deep here. They got to get inside to about the 16-yard line, and there's no way that Shepard can't get it there. He's got the arm. Let's see what they do.
I'm thinking maybe a quick kick right here.
You think a quick kick?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Is he going back to do it? He is. And he's going to kick it, and it's going to hit and run, and it goes in the end zone, so Clyde will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, at this point in time of the game, and their defense has been playing pretty well.
Sure.
Don't want to give them the ball on the 43-yard line. Put them back at least at the 20.
So stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll have scores and highlights from all over the area. Of course, we want to remind everybody that the broadcast team here for 92.1 The Wolf, sponsored by the Blue Collar Bistro here in Clyde. So if you're not doing anything, order some food and enjoy the second half here on this ball game from Blue Collar Bistro in Clyde. So the Flyers, not necessarily a quick strike offense. We've seen it in the past. We've seen them against Tiffin throw the ball quite a bit. But we're in the playoffs now.
Right.
And a little bit different kind of competition. Let's see if Jaden Cook's got something under his sleeve. 2 receivers to each side, 318. Lots of time for them to kind of pick 10-yard passes down the side, too. Clyde's going to fake it. Cook's running this side. He's looking for possession pass. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be it's going to Olsen, and he keeps his balance. And Olsen, with a nice catch, gets it to the 40, and that's the first time tonight that Cook has been able to find a secondary receiver, Mike Martin.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Andre Hill came up, just tried to hit him with his shoulder, and Olsen said, no, I'm going to take about another 5 yards. That shoulder tackle's not getting me down.
So remember, the Flyers hand off to Daniels. He goes to the left side. He tries to find a hole. He puts his head down. He'll get to about the 42, a pickup of 2. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half of play. If the Flyers could score and tie it in, they'd have a little momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, and both teams have 2 timeouts left.
And there's a bad snap.
That's not good.
Cook's going to have to get it. Cook's looking. He's going to throw it out of bounds. He had Wilson in coverage. He was outside the tackles. Now that was a quality play by Jaden Cook.
Absolutely. That's something a lot of times you're going to find a quarterback that's going to pick it up and try to run with it.
Or just jump on it.
Or just fall on it right there. Great job by Cook just to pick it up and just wing it out of bounds. And he had a receiver. Brady Wilson was there, so, that could have been.
Well, credit Wilson for breaking off and coming back to him.
Yep.
Big third down play. Of course, there's a lot of time in the clock for that Shelby offense if they get the ball back. Clyde looking for the first down at midfield. Rolling this way, rolling. He's going to throw it deep. And that time, it looked to me, let's go down to Brad. Griffin Nuss looked like he just bailed out on that pass play.
Yeah, he was covered really well by the cornerback that was running with him, and then the safety came over too, so he really was covered well, and maybe a pass that Jaden Cook could have looked elsewhere.
Well, it looked to me like once he saw the coverage, he slowed down.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so 2 to the far, 2 to the near side. Clyde's looking to go for it with 4th down and 8. And here comes Griffin Nuss in motion. I know they don't want to give them back the ball, Mike. They're going to punt the ball back. That's exactly what they're going to do. And this will be a punt, and Cook's going to hit it but high, but it's not long. And this one's going to hit and kind of die right there at the 33-yard line. So Clyde cannot take advantage of that defensive stand. Shelby's going to get it one more time. And you do not want the Shelby Whippets to score again.
No, with 2:29 left and 2 timeouts, that is plenty of time for Shelby to be able to move that ball down the field.
So, Mike, do we see Clyde still getting a little bit more pressure on Shepard as they did in that last series?
Yeah, and they're going to stay with their man straight up with the free safety.
2 to each side, Shepard in the back by himself, empty backfield. At the 40, they got the ball. Actually, the ball's at the 33, and they show it at the 42 on the clock. That's incorrect. He's back to throw. He's looking. It's going to be a possession pass. He'll be caught out here to Davis, and he'll be catched to keep the ball on the clock running at the 41.
Shelby's doing a nice job of just crossing receivers, and that's something Shepherd, obviously all season with 3,000 yards passing, is able to pick that apart and find the receiver that's open when they cross.
Well, and Shepherd threw that ball before the receiver even broke off into the pattern. That's how you have that many yards. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to fake it. They're going to give it to him up to the middle, and he's going to get hit. He's going to get dropped. With the ball as their running back, and finally they called to stop a play. They finally gave it to Skylar Winters, his first carry for the evening.
Yeah. So Skylar Winters had 43
but they're going to
attempts.
give him the first down at the 43.
He had 43 attempts on the season, so, few and far between that he gets the ball.
Well, that time they did that little bit come in motion, Mike, and then counter back.
And one reason they're doing that is because Clyde defense flows so hard to the way the motion goes to bring it back the other way and then just get a piece of the defender, usually opens up the seam. But that time we had Myers right there to make that stop.
Right, first down and 10, 123 and counting. The ball at the 43. Again, man in motion is Bowman. Shepherd's back to throw. He's looking for him. Bowman wide open in the flat. He's going to get hit and tackled, and they keep him in bounds. And he's going to get up to about the 44. That's going to be a pass of 1 yard, and that was great coverage out there by the Flyers.
Yeah, Brady Wilson, nice job of, just playing tight man and not, giving up that outside shoulder. So making a sure tackle and keeping him in bounds.
And he tackled him and ran through him. You know what I mean? He just wrapped him. He ran through him to drop him for only gain. They showed about a yard and a half. 47 seconds to go. Don't think they're not going to go deep here soon. Here we go. They got pressure on him. They hit him. He's getting trouble, and he's sacked to the 30. Welcome to Blue Norman.
Yep, that's Blue Norman's 15th sack of the season.
And timeout Clyde. The ball's at the 33. That was a big play.
That was a huge play. Now it's third down and
20 maybe, close to it.
Close to 20 yards. But again, John, we've seen them third down and 30 and score a touchdown. So, sometimes it's not, the yardage.
No.
Because they're able to get that ball in the holes and in the spots to get that first down. So, 31 seconds left, and Shelby still has 2 timeouts. They get a first down here. You're going to be seeing them probably using those.
Guys, I'm sorry. I was kind of surprised. They didn't seem very like ready to go or urgent to score. With
Shelby?
their high-powered offense, I mean, there was 30 seconds in between plays, and I'm kind of surprised, I guess, that they weren't a little bit more aggressive.
Brad, do you think that they were just in a let's not make a mistake mode?
I absolutely think.
Yeah,
that
I do
was the
too.
plan,
I
yeah.
do too, because that time, I mean, that's a huge sack right there. So he would have thrown the ball way sooner, would be my guess. We've got they've got third down. Boy, the clock is really messed up. Third down, they just hand off, and that's what they're going to do. And Clyde will call their last timeout. And they do, so Clyde's going to get the ball back. They're going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah, you talk about somebody just saying, okay, we're going to go in. We're going to try to go in, up by a touchdown. And that's obviously what Shelby was doing right there because, they had the ability to be able to move that down the field. So making Clyde use that timeout by not throwing the ball and getting an incompletion.
I got a couple of scores for everybody here.
Sure, thanks, Matt.
Yep, halftime, Port Clinton 17, Keystone 7. We have at half, Columbian 12, Westholm 7. Second quarter, Avon 24, Fremont Ross 12. At half, Perkins 14, and Edison 0.
All right, so the Perkins Pirates and the Port Clinton Redskins doing well. Clyde's going to get the ball. And Shepherd back to punt. Here's the punt. It's end over end high. Field at the 35 to the 40, trying to get up to the backside and get knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Clyde will have it at their own 47. 16 seconds to go. Not too much you can do with that, Mike Martin. I tell you, at halftime, we'll bring you all sorts of scores and updates through across Ohio. And we'll get ready for our second half. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half. And let's see if Clyde wants to take a shot down here or not with 16 seconds to go, Mike Martin. I know if you were coaching, you would.
Yeah, and Shelby knows that they might do it too. That's why they have a prevent defense in right now.
Well, Cook's got a pretty good arm. He's rolling. He's going to throw across the middle. It's going to be caught by Brady Wilson. Brady Wilson to the outside. If he gets a block, he goes and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 17. Oh, they got it to the right guy.
Yes, they did. And, the thing about it is that prevent defense, basically you're given big holes. Big holes, and Brady Wilson was able to get into one of those.
That was a great play call.
A nice job by Cook to find that, and 7 seconds left to go. You still got a shot.
One shot into the end zone. I know they can't kick it from here. They're looking. They're looking in the end zone. He's got a guy open. It's going to be caught. Oh!
Wow.
Call it touchdown. Oh, my.
Oh, that was amazing because number 10, Braden Stone, thought he had the ball. He swiped at it and missed right into the hands of the receiver.
That's Griffin Knopf.
Griffin Knopf was standing right behind him and was able to haul that down. What a great way for Clyde to be able to end this half. 2 seconds left to go on the clock.
Big extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick, good. We are tied at Bishop Stadium. So, the Clyde Fliers defensively, a couple big plays, big sack, forced the punt, good return by Olsen. Great call to go ahead and get the mid part of that seam to Wilson, and Wilson got a block and picked up about 20 yards after the reception. And then Clyde finds Nuffs in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah,
huge play by the Flyers.
When Braden Stone was running over from his safety spot, it looked to me like that's going down to the ground. He swiped at it and just totally whiffed. And that's the thing. If you're going to go after that ball, you better go after it with two hands,
right?
Or else things like that are going to happen to you. And a great job by Griffin also, the concentration right in front of him to be able to concentrate and haul that ball in for the touchdown.
Well, that's the other point. You got to keep your eyes on it no matter what. And Nuffs, the senior, comes up with the catch, ties it at 14. Clyde's just going to kind of squib it, aren't they? They do. And ball's going to be picked up, kind of fumbled around. And that's going to be halftime. So at halftime at Bishop Stadium, we got a good one. Shelby 14, Clyde 14. Stay tuned with our halftime show after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Pick up your 2021-2022 Fremont Ross Athletic Booster Club card for only $10 this year. They have 43 local merchants on the card. Plus, you receive a Little Giant t-shirt at Phase 1. Cards are available at Denny's, Steinley GMC Cadillac, and at Fremont Ross High School. The Booster Club is once again the proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game. Find them on Facebook at Fremont Ross Athletic Boosters for monthly meeting updates and events. Go Little Giants! Planning ahead just makes sense. Let Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home help give you peace of mind. They understand and want you to know that by making arrangements in advance, they can help you create a celebration of a lifetime and spare your family unnecessary stress. Get started today with a free booklet filled with funeral planning information and ideas. Call or visit them at HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. Well, how did the first weekend of the expanded playoffs go? We'll discuss that, as well as some of the other fall sports championships upcoming with Tim Streed of the OHSAA next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes BEX different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Waterproof H2O luxury vinyl from Lottich & Sons Flooring America is the perfect choice for beautiful low-maintenance flooring. You'll get the realistic, waterproof, durable floors that offer the performance that only a luxury vinyl floor can. At Lottich & Sons, you can choose your pattern of wood, slate, or stone luxury vinyl to get the natural look you want. Be ready when life gets messy. Stop in at Lottich & Sons Floor Covering, where friends send friends. 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
North Coast Showtime is a proud sponsor of all area youth athletics and is the premier youth volleyball and basketball organization in Northwest Ohio. North Coast Showtime is proud to announce their exclusive contract with Cedar Point Sports. Showtime was founded in 2013 by John and Lindy Cahill, and they are committed to our area youth in ensuring they are champions on and off the court. Check them out at northcoastshowtime.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by BEX Hybrids. At BEX, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game broadcast. We're joined this evening by Tim Streed of the OHSAA. Tim, thanks for your time. First full season with the expanded playoffs. How did everything go in week one? We knew there'd be some lopsided scores, as there always are, and some upsets, as we usually see as well.
Yeah, we were real happy with it, Skip. Thanks for having me on. You're right that there's always going to be some lopsided scores. We have that in the regular season too. I was pleased to see that at least one seed won a first-round game at every seed. So we had a 16 win, we had a 15 win. We actually had some really close games where maybe a 14 or 13 didn't win, but it was a really close game. So I think it was a pretty normal first round. There were some lopsided scores, but you also had a lot of upsets. But overall, we were very happy with it. There was just such an energy with more schools in the playoffs, with more communities getting that chance to have one more game. And we were happy with it, and now here we are in the second round, and now we're back to the normal field that we would have started with.
We spoke last month about digital ticketing being in place for the postseason. How did everything go in regards to that?
Yeah, we were happy with the digital ticketing. You know, we have observed some other, whether it's colleges or universities or high schools, that they have some technical issues with that. We were really happy that our issues were very minimal. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that so many schools were using digital ticketing for their regular season games anyway. So I think it's the thing that is here to stay. You know, I don't think schools are going to revert back to taking cash at the gate. I think people are comfortable with it now, and just knowing that is how the playoffs are going to go. I think more schools will do that during the regular season as well.
And speaking of the playoffs, tell us about the ticket plans in place for the state championships up in Canton.
Yeah, we're excited about that. So tickets are on sale for the state championship games in Canton, and that's December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I know that there are still some tickets that remain for the club level, which is the level 6 in the press box. It's a large area with big concession stand area, lots of tables, and that is a premium ticket. But those are all available. In fact, you can even get a VIP parking pass along with that ticket. It's ohsa.org/tickets, and you can go to any postseason tournament event you want there. But we're just so happy that we're back to normal, where fans that are traditionally used to making that trip to Canton for the weekend to catch 5, 6, or even all 7 games, go over and check out the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's just a great weekend, and we're cooking. We're glad that people are starting to make plans to get over there.
I know this is a very busy time of year with field hockey and cross-country championships this weekend. Next weekend, volleyball and soccer. How exciting is it to have those soccer championships at the new home of the Crew, Lower.com Field in downtown Columbus?
Yeah, soccer's going downtown, Lower.com Field. We're really excited to be there. It's just an unbelievable place to play soccer. Our schools are going to be real excited to be there. And I think the biggest thing with soccer is that the Crew wants to be the home of high school soccer in Ohio. As the stadium got done, they reached out and said, we want to host your soccer state championships downtown at the new venue. And so we were real excited about that. It's tournament time. We got volleyball back at Wright State University next week. So that's great to be back in that really nice venue. This weekend, cross-country field hockey, and of course, the football playoffs roll on while all that is going on. So we're just so happy to be back to hopefully, as normal a school year as we can, and see lots of folks coming out.
Tim Streed, Director of Information Services with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tim, we know it's a busy time of year for you. We appreciate you coming on, okay?
Thanks, Skip. Thanks for having me on.
Again, this is the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids and Ohio for Responsible Gambling. And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, KP DeLarber from Tenora High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I've been playing with the same group of kids since we were real little, playing in flag football. So, just about everything about the team and how we have such a great camaraderie and connection.
KP's big into football and baseball, as well as his church youth group. But on the farm, he really shines. He's been in 4-H the past 8 years and shows animals at the county fair. They've got goats, rabbits, and steers, and they actually raise goats to breed and sell to the local 4-H kids.
That's always a good thing, too. It's always pretty cool to watch them grow. It means a lot, honestly, to me, and not just me, but our whole family. My mom grew up on a farm, and it's just been part of the family, and it's more or less like a tradition thing.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Hall, and I'm proud to share with the community that PT Services has recently opened a clinic at 1800 West State Street in Fremont. I've worked with PT Services for approximately 40 years, including referral, personal, and high schools. I recommend PT Services for their therapy needs. It can be located at 419-332-6709. Go local teams.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
This is ONN.
Discover when video games become gambling at ChangeTheGameOhio.org. This message brought to you by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Our thanks again to Tim Streed of the OHSAA for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. A reminder, you can listen to many of our affiliate broadcasts from across the state at ONNradio.com from the Ohio News Network.
My job is to ask you about life insurance. Please don't make it my job to tell your family you didn't have any. At Welty Insurance Group, they're here to put your mind at ease with life insurance that will work with you for a policy that has your family's future covered. Life insurance is because you love them. Our family protecting yours. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance. Call today, 419 334-4477.
Get the ultimate in carpet performance that is pet and kid friendly with carpeting from Fremont Floor Covering. See the new styles that are made of Sure Soft nylon with built-in microban technology and a lifetime pet and soil resistant warranty. This carpeting is also backed by a 100-day consumer satisfaction warranty. See store for details. For easy maintenance carpet, get to Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street in Fremont. Good luck for a winning season.
Your home for fun, food, sports, and spirits is also the home for value. Frickers! Frickers' everyday values begin on Monday with boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday offers traditional frickin' chicken wings. On Wednesday, enjoy a steak dinner. And on Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Kids eat free every day. And your favorite events are on TVs everywhere. The home for everyday values is the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits. Frickers!
Pick up your 2021-2022 Fremont Ross Athletic Booster Club card for only $10 this year. They have 43 local merchants on the card. Plus, you receive a Little Giant t-shirt at Phase 1. Cards are available at Denny's, Steinley GMC Cadillac, and at Fremont Ross High School. The Booster Club is once again the proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game. Find them on Facebook at Fremont Ross Athletic Boosters for monthly meeting updates and events. Go Little Giants!
We're making the impossible possible.
Join Stand Up to Cancer for one night. Tune in Saturday, August 21st at 8, 7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium here in Clyde, Ohio. Division 4, Region 14 quarterfinals, and we have a tie ball game here at half. Clyde and Shelby tied at 14. And it's a perfect night for football. We even were able to get Brad Bannister up here to get him fed, get him warmed up a little bit because it is cold down on the field. No doubt about that. And right now the Clyde Fliers, Mike Martin, a little bit of a stunner at the end of the half. It's Clyde had, 16 seconds to go. They hit Wilson for about, I can tell you how far it was. They hit Wilson for, 37, for a 44-yard pass across the mid part of the open seam in that defense. And then with, 6 or 7 seconds to go, hit Griffin Nuffs in the end zone for a 17-yard touchdown play. They tie it up going into halftime. You have to admit, you sure would like to have a little bit of a boost and maybe just a little bit more than your defense holding up. And that should give Clyde a little bit of a jolt as they will receive the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and that's something that, I was kind of surprised that Shelby, when they had their last possession, they did not attempt a whole lot. And they had some little seam patterns open or even to the sideline that they could have, moved the ball down the field, but they elected to run it a few times. And then they got pressure, and Blue Norman got the big sack. So, they had to punt the ball, and it took Clyde just 2 plays, and I thought for sure that ball was going to be either intercepted or knocked down. But when defensive back missed it and it went right into the hands of the receiver, Griffin Offs was, great concentration. So what a boost.
Well, both teams have had spectacular touchdown passes. The other one was when Ramsey high-pointed that 31-yard pass when it was 3rd and goal from the 31, Mike, because they went backwards in penalties twice. 20 is about 30 yards of penalties. You're exactly right. Actually, 29 yards of penalties. And he high-pointed and caught that touchdown pass to take the 14-7 lead. Well, that's as spectacular as Nuffs did to keep his eye on the ball as Cook was able to find him in the corner for that score to tie it up at 14. So Sunrise, with those touchdowns, another $100 were donated to Fueling the Cure thanks to Sunrise Cooperative. Fueling the Cure is a campaign for food-based research at The Ohio State University for those afflicted with cancer. For more information, log on to fuelingthecure.org. So we knew this was going to be a battle of 2 completely different ball teams, and we've seen them both. We've seen Clyde running the football, some intermediate passes, but Clyde's shown that they want to stretch the field. And 2 times we've seen Shelby with, long distance to go, 3rd and long or whatever, complete touchdown passes, one of 49 and one of 31. So both teams kind of playing true to form, Mike, right now.
Yeah, and, the one thing that Shelby's shown a little bit more run after running the ball only 43 times all season. And now they've got, 8, 9, 10 attempts right now. So, they're getting close to well over their average per game of rushing the football. But they're going to put the ball up in the air quite a few more times. Right now, Marshall has only attempted 25 times because I can guarantee he's going to try at least 25 more at the second half.
Oh, he'll throw 50 times in this ball game. All right, so we're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back and get ready for the second half. We're tied at 14. We'll get you some scores from Brad Bannister when we get back here from Bishop Stadium. Clyde and Shelby knotted up at 14. The winner's going to go on and take on the winner of Van Wert and Wauseon. And we're hoping to give you a good second half here. So, again, stay tuned. You're listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union Playoff Football on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Waterproof H2O luxury vinyl from Lottich & Sons Flooring America is the perfect choice for beautiful low-maintenance flooring. You'll get the realistic, waterproof, durable floors that offer the performance that only a luxury vinyl floor can. At Lottich & Sons, you can choose your pattern of wood, slate, or stone luxury vinyl to get the natural look you want. Be ready when life gets messy. Stop in at Lottich & Sons Floor Covering, where friends send friends. 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile access with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
No bones about it, we have the meats. One bite and you're gonna love Arby's boneless wings. It's 6 or 9 pieces of tender all-white meat chicken in a crispy breading, sauced and tossed in hot honey sauce. Choose your favorite side to round out your meal. Then satisfy your sweet tooth with Arby's Caramel Cinnamon Shake. It's a creamy caramel cinnamon experience topped with whipped cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Stop in today. Arby's in Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And again, welcome back to 92.1 The Wolf Playoff Football here on the BAS Sports Network. John Cullen, Mike Martin, Brad Bannister bringing you the action. In the first drive of the game, Shelby had the ball. They were moving. They moved all the way to the 39-yard line. And then Cobble had an interception to start the ball game. Clyde went 4 and out and punted. Shelby went 3 and out and punted. Clyde went 2, 4, 6, 7 plays and turned it over on downs at the 15 of Shelby. Then Shelby went 7 plays, 85 yards with Andre Hill, a 49-yard touchdown pass at the 1:43 mark of the first quarter. It was 7-0. Then Clyde got the ball back. They got it at the 35. They ran 9 plays, 65 yards. Daniels with a 10-yard run at 10:39 in the half, tied it at 7. Then Shelby came right back. Let's see, they ran 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14-play drive. They go 14 plays, 65 yards. Ramsey had a 3rd and goal at the 31 due to penalties and found Ramsey, and they found Ramsey high pointing that pass in the end zone, and they end up scoring that touchdown. That play, Ramsey at 6-3, got the touchdown. Clyde got the ball back. It's 14-7 Shelby. Clyde got the ball back, went 4 and out and punted. Shelby went about 7 and out and punted. Clyde went 4 and out and punted. Shelby went 4 and out and punted. But Clyde had a nice defensive stand. They threw Shelby back. Big sack of their quarterback, Shepard. Clyde gets the ball, decent return. by Clyde's Caden Olson. And then they hit Wilson for about a 44-yard pass. And then with 6 seconds to go, they hit Nuffs on a 17-yard touchdown pass to tie it at 14. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Let's go to Mike real quick and get some of the numbers here the first half of play, Mike.
All right, thanks, Sean. Yeah, you can see why the score is 14-14 right now because each team is very balanced as far as what their stats are. Shelby has 12 first down. Clyde has 10. Total net yards, Shelby has 202. Clyde has 180. Penalties, almost exactly the same as well. Shelby has 5 penalties for 59. Clyde has 5 penalties for 55. Time of possession, 1 minute difference. Shelby had the ball for 12, and Clyde had the ball for 11 minutes. Rushing the ball, Skylar Winters for Shelby had 4 attempts, 23 yards. Marshall Shepard has a net of -2 with 4 attempts. On the other side, Clyde only has 1 rushing. That's Michael Daniels, had 15 attempts for 77 yards passing. Marshall Shepard had 25 attempts, 16 completions, 1 interception, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's a 50-yard long pass, and he had been sacked once. Jaden Cook had 13 attempts, 7 completions, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. His long was 25. Andre Hill had 8 for 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Ramsey had 2 for 35 for 1 touchdown. On Clyde, Caden Olson had 3 for 36. Andrew Cabo had 2 for 20. Brady Wilson only has 1 for 27.
Right, quick scores. Port Clayton 23-7 over Keystone in the third. Avon 24-12 over Fremont Ross at the half. Columbian down by 2 to West Holmes 14-12 in the third. Perkins 14-0 over Edison in the third. Van Wert over Wassiana at the half 28-13. And it will be Shepard getting ready to kick it off for the Shelby Whippets. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half of play. Glad you're with us here tonight. There's a kickoff. It's a squibber. It's hit up, and it's on the ground, and Clyde will recover it. And the ball will be at the 47. I'm not sure that was an intended, like onside kick, Mike, but I tell you what, it came close to being one.
Yeah, it did. That was a good job by the Clyde receiver to be able to get his hands on that and just fall on it because it did kind of bounce off him a little bit, and Shelby was right there, but Clyde avoided that by just jumping on the ball.
So the Flyers get good field position to start this second half of play. We are tied at 14. So we got a little different look in the backfield now with the Flyers. They got offset backs. High snap. Ball to Daniels. Head down. Powers through. Hits another. Gets the first down all the way to the 43. And Mike Martin, tell us about that different setup. So the Flyers got an extra blocker in the backfield, and Daniels shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, they did. And Dylan Overmeyer came through, led through the hole, put a block on the linebacker, and Ethan Downs was able to come up from his linebacker spot to get that play, but he had to come all the way from the backside to make that stop.
So Clyde, a little bit of power running there, Mike. Here comes Overmeyer in the wing, 1 receiver to each side. Cook, same thing. Here we go again. Daniels looking for a hole. This time he stutters, and he might pick up 2. They'll put him at the 41. And that time they read that play pretty well and held him to 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 at the 41 of Shelby.
Yeah, they're just kind of going with a little ISO to try to get up through the middle, and David Ray he got off the block and was able to make the stop that time.
2nd down and 8. Same formation for the Flyers. 1 receiver to each side. They're going to go Daniels again. He tries to get up the middle. He plants his foot, keeps his feet going. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he gets, across the 15. He gets tackled down to the 11. That was all Daniels. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, what a run.
Yeah, great job by Daniels as he kind of weaved his way through. Then he kicked it outside where he saw an opening, and then he was able to move his way down the field. Cobble blocking a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, again, nice job of just sealing that off from the outside in. And when he made that cut to the outside, there was really nobody out there to stop him.
So Clyde in the Fremont floor covering red zone with only about a minute and a half here in this half. They give to Daniels again. He cuts back up the middle. He gets hit by 1, and he'll get dropped right about the 7. So we'll say a pickup of 4.
Yeah, Clyde's doing a nice job of just nullifying the size of that Shelby line by just pushing them down and then letting Daniels pick his hole to the outside, right off the outside of the tackle.
Again, the ball is on about the 7. then get a first down just inside the 3. Daniels with the ball. He's found a blocker. He keeps his feet going. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Clyde.
No, we got a penalty flag.
All right, and it's right in the middle center. So let's see if that's a hold against the Flyers. And it looks like they're walking back.
Clyde's doing a nice job, though, John. They're bringing both the backs, the Kraus, and around to try to seal everything off. And like I say, that's slowing down that size. Instead of going up the middle, slowing down the size of that big Shelby line.
Where are they going to spot the ball? It looks like it's going to be second down and 12 at about the 16. It's about a 9-yard penalty for the Flyers. They're going to say second and 13. They got to get down to the 3. Jaden Cook getting his Flyers going. Hand off to Daniels. Cuts up the middle. There he goes. He's at the 5. He gets down to the 3. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. That could be a first down, Brad.
They are going to mark him a little bit short, about a half yard.
Okay.
He reached out, just didn't quite get there.
Okay, so they're going to spot it right at the 3-yard line, correct?
Correct. Absolutely on the 3 yard. Needs to get just outside of the 2, so not even a yard he needs.
Third down and 1. Here's some power football right here. Daniels gets it. They step it. He gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown.
And they're doing that Clyde line's doing a great job of kind of combo blocking. What they're doing, they're getting a piece of the defensive line and then getting up on the linebackers. That's something they were not able to do in the first half because they were just getting stymied right at that defensive line, not able to get on linebackers. Here they're getting on linebackers, creating that scene for Daniels.
Let's see if McCoy Dickman can keep it going with the extra point. Looking for the snap. There it is. The hold. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. We'll take our time out here. Boy, the Flyers, they do the double dip. They score late in the first half, score with the next possession. 21-14. Clyde with the lead here early. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Hall, and I'm proud to share with the community that PT Services has recently opened a clinic at 1800 West State Street in Fremont. I've worked with PT Services for approximately 40 years, including referral, personal, and high schools. I recommend PT Services for their therapy needs. It can be located at 419-332-6709. Go local teams.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
As we get back to action, there's the ensuing kickoff by Clyde. Goes out of bounds. Shelby, 1st and 10, moving left to right on the 35. So Clyde does what they want, Mike. They score at the end of the half to tie it up. They come out and score again. I mean, they scored in just a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes by running the football. Here comes Shepard. Man in motion, jet sweep to the outside and getting chased to the outside. And there's nowhere to go. Oh, my. Was that Walker Britt?
That is Walker Britt. Walker Britt showed that for his size, he was able to get out there. Walker Britt is 6'2", 267, and was able to run him down.
That's the kind of tape that can get you something to play next year. That was a big-time play by the defensive line.
That actually was a huge play because he was able to run him down. And he thought he was going to be able to cut it back.
He did.
And there was nowhere for him to go.
I actually think they were looking at Andre Hill to throw the ball. He was going deep. That was a normal cut. So here comes Shepard back to throw. He's looking. He's got a guy across the middle. It's going to be caught. And he'll pick up the lost yardage and maybe a yard or two. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 at the 37. So they pick up 12 on that pass play.
You know, that time they had 2 receivers pretty much in the same area, which
right.
You do that, you're going to be bringing a defensive back in there or a linebacker to be in the way of that pass.
Big 3rd down player for the Whippets. Obviously, they want Clyde, who just scored, to get the ball back, right? So they're going to look for something to move the chains. They've got to get to the 45 of Clyde. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Marshall Shepard, the quarterback. Now here comes Hill in motion. And they're doing a little bit. They're going to throw across the middle. It's going to be caught, and he did not get it. And he's going to spot him at about the 42-yard line. Pick up a 5, so they're going to have 4th down and just about 2, Mike, wouldn't you say? Maybe a little bit longer, 2.5 yards?
About 2.5. Analytics would say go for it right here with what they can do.
So, big play here for the Whippets, obviously. They got the new man in the slot right now, Skylar Winters. Let's see if they look to him. Clyde defense has to be patient. And looking over to the side, Clyde defensive backs are talking to each other, trying to find out where it is. Let's see if they get pressure on him. Here they come. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught. And they found Bowman in the seam. He'll get the first down to the 48.
Yeah, with their kind of offense that they run, the analytics say go ahead and go for it when you only got 1.5 yards because you're going to get all those receivers out there. Somebody's going to get rubbed off, and that's exactly what happened.
He had all sorts of time to play, and it was a long developing play, Mike, right? So he's able to go ahead and get the first down. So they move the chains. Their first possession here started at the 35. They're at the Clyde 40, almost Clyde 40. Excuse me, they're 48. 2 receivers at the far, 3 to the near. Again, moving Skylar Winters. They're running back into the slot. Now here comes Bowman in motion. They're going to fake it to him. He's looking to throw deep. He's got his foot planted. He's going to throw it up here. It's going to be intercepted. Dropped. Oh, let's go to Brad Bannister. Right there, the Clyde defender had position. Could not haul it down, Brad.
Yeah, that looked like Jay Plummer over there who jumped up, or Jaron Bolger. I can't see the number again. Like
I think it's Plummer.
You think it's Plummer. He jumped up, just could not come down with the ball. But I'll tell you one thing, Shepard was taking on some heat back here by Blue Norman. He released that and got popped.
All right, so that makes it 2nd down and 10 at the 48. Again, Clyde 21-14 here tonight at Bishop Stadium, trying to advance. Quick step is going to be quarterback delayed draw. He's going to go ahead and pick up some yardage. He takes a pretty solid hit, but he'll get the ball up to the 45 of Clyde. So it's a pickup of 7.
You know, that's something that we've seen tonight. When they try to go to the outside, there's not a whole lot there. The defensive backs are doing a nice job as far as pushing them to the sideline and not allowing any room. When they've had big plays, it's all been to the middle of the field.
Port Clinton looking good right now in the 3rd quarter, 30-7 over Keystone. 3rd down and short. We'll call it the long 3 yards. Back to throw. He's looking. He's being pressured. Got to throw across the middle, and it caught. Oh, what a catch. What a pass. Let's go down to Brad. Brad, Shepard threw that thing on a rope and caught Bowman on the run.
Yeah, Bowman did a great job. Clyde's in his zone defense, just finding that middle of that zone, and Shepard did a great job waiting for him to clear that first level to get him into the open space.
Perkins pulling away from Edison, 21-0.
You know, that's something that Clyde's doing right now. They're switching it up a little bit, going to that zone, and they're finding those holes.
Actually, it looks like they've played better in the man-to-man sets, Mike.
I would have to agree because the linebackers are able to come and put a little more pressure on.
All right, 1st and 10 at the Clyde 25. Looking to tie it up to Shelby. They go ahead and throw across the middle. It's going to be caught, and that was a quick slant. Nice pitch and catch. Should be very close to the first down right in front of you, Brad. Did they get it?
Yeah, right now, I could. Yep, they're going to go ahead and give it to him. He's real close here. Nose of the ball, got it.
All right.
You can't ask for a more perfect pass than that.
No, the last 2 throws by Shepard have been spectacular.
They have been right on the mark. I mean, he's hitting those guys right in stride. And, you know, just a very, very small window because they're covered pretty decently by Clyde defenders.
4:59 here. Clyde up 21-14 in the Fremont floor covering red zone of the Shelby Whippets. Moving left to right. Here comes a man in motion again. That's Bowman. He's running. They're looking to the backside. He's being pressured, and he's going to go ahead and run the football, and he's going to get the first down and step out of bounds right about the 5. And, boy, that was a smart heads-up play by Shepard.
Yeah, if he'd have taken off a little bit quicker, he would have probably got another 3 or 4 yards.
He's going to be a yard short, John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hesitated and kind of went sideways to the sideline and then decided to go upfield. If he'd went right away, that would have been an easy first down.
Well, he was looking to throw.
Yeah, he
looked at that line of scrimmage and said, uh-oh, I need to run because he remembers what happened at Bellevue.
Exactly.
All right, so here we go. 2nd down and short at about, the 6-yard line, threatening on the Shelby Whippets. moving left to right. Handoff, looking. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he gets dropped right there. Actually going to lose a yard back to about the 9-yard line. That's a loss of a couple yards there.
Brad, was that Blue Norman?
Yeah, that was Blue coming on in there, and quarterback Shepard didn't fake him out. He tried to fake that handoff, but Blue wasn't biting.
No, Blue hasn't been faked out too much all season, and once he gets wrapped up, he's not going to go too far.
Fremont Ross in a little bit of trouble, 31-12 in the third. Shelby trying to tie this ball game. Marshall Shepard. Two receivers to each side. He's looking to throw. He's back throw. He's going to throw it quick. We get rid of it. It's going to be, and they're going to pass interference against the Flyers.
Yeah,
and that was a good call.
Yep, pretty obvious. Cobble was on his back, and he was pushing him down to the ground as soon as the ball got there, but it was a little early.
He bumped him.
Really interesting route there by Shelby, because when Shepard dropped back, he looked left. And then Ramsey just came and stopped on the play, and I think Cobble thought he was stopping, and then he just accelerated to the middle of the field,
right,
and kind of caught Cobble off guard there.
Little stop and go, but you would not expect that inside the 5-yard line.
And that's one thing that Shelby does. Their route running is outstanding.
Van Wert up 28-13 over Wauseon. Perkins 21-0 over Edison. West Holmes by 2 in the fourth quarter over Columbian. And again, we said 31-12. Avon over Fremont Ross, 30-13. Port Clinton. Here we go. Shepard back to throw. He's going into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Flyers.
Yeah, that time we had Blaine Bowman that was coming to the inside, and Dylan Overmeyer was coming, so he had to cut it back out, and there was really nowhere to put that ball.
13th play of the drive, guys, started at the 35-yard line of Shelby. So now we're seeing both teams really playing to their strength. Clyde Power run it down the field. Shelby throwing the ball down the field. We could see some points in this second half. Man in motion, delayed handoff, trying to get up the middle as their running back, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to get dropped at about the 4, maybe a pickup of 1. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. It's going to be third and 4, Brad?
It's going to be 3rd and 3.
Okay, third
and John,
goal.
I'll tell you this. Dylan Overmeyer came up and anticipated that, came up, got the shoestrings, and made a nice tackle.
All right, 3rd and goal at the 3. They've tried to run it a few times. I'm sure he's going to try to find a slant on one of these receivers. And he is. He's going to cry across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Who had the defensive coverage there, Brad?
That's Brady Wilson coming over the top, knocking that ball down, and the receiver for Shelby looking for a little bit of defensive pass interference, but he's not going to get it.
Well, one thing that probably, made him look, again, is Caden Olson was coming, and if Caden Olson would have got his hands on that, he had nothing but green field.
So clock running down, Shelby going for it. 4th down and goal at the 3. This could be a stop or a touchdown. Shelby trying to tie it up. Shepard looking, Bowman in motion. Now he's coming back. Quarterback's rolling to the right. He wants to throw it in the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown.
That was a nice in and out pattern by Blaine Bowman right there. He went to the inside like it was going to be a slant, put his foot in the ground, came to the outside, and Shepard did a nice job of just hitting him on the run.
So a chance to tie the ball game, the Shelby Whippets. We knew this game was going to be a Thomas Hearn, Marvin Hagler fight, for those of you that remember what that was all about. Middleweight fights. Of course, Division 4 is a middleweight, right? There's the snap, there's the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
John, I'm here to tell you, if it's going to come down to a field goal, Shelby has got a field goal kicker because he put that ball almost on the track, and the track past the goalpost is at least 20 yards, so they've got a guy that can kick if they're going to need it.
Coach Carter down here not very happy with that last play. I think he feels that his guys got picked in the secondary because the majority of the receivers were coming to the sideline,
right,
or going to the middle of the field.
Middle.
I apologize.
Right. Well, I'm sure
and
they
then
did.
Bowman slipped out here, and the guy that was responsible for covering and got all tangled up in the mess. So I think that's what Coach Carter and even the players were discussing after that play.
So Shelby ties it. Shelby has a very good drive. They run 14 plays, and they go 65 yards. So Clyde will get the ball. Let's see if their offense continues to do the same, and if Shelby adjusts at all. 3:16 to go in the third. We are tied at 21. The winner's going to take on the winner, Shelby and Van Wert and Wauseon, and right now it looks like Van Wert is in command of that ball game. West Holmes now up 21-12 over Columbian. Van Wert 34-13. So ball's kicked up, finally picked up at the 18 of the 20, trying to come up the mid side, turn around the corner, keeping the yardage, and keep driving over the 35 out to 37.
Whoa!
And then there's a late hit. There's every flag. Every official threw their flag.
I think they emptied their pockets right there.
So Will Lozier, I think, with the ball. He came around the left side, and he was almost in his coach's pocket before they all got drilled, and that will give Clyde good field position again.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that one. I think every official on the field threw a flag on that because that was more than obvious.
Yeah, there could be 5 late hits on that play because it seemed like about half of the Shelby team was over here making a tackle out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what, like I said, my only gripe on Shelby tonight is they've had some penalties that have not been good for them. Their penalty yardage, what was it in the first half, Mike? Do you remember?
Yeah, I could tell you. They had 5 penalties for 59 yards.
Yeah, so they had another 15 on top of that. So, you're at 70 yards now with 6 penalties. That's a lot in a playoff game. So Clyde showing the same setup, 3:09 to go. We are tied at 21. Jaden Cook looks at the armband, steps up, line of scrimmage, 2 receivers to each side. And now the Flyers trying to answer. They give it to Daniels. Daniels going to get by 1, but he will get drugged down. Boy, he got hit hard from behind. Gets the ball to the 45. He's going to pick up just 2 on that first carry.
Yeah, that was a nice job by David Ray coming through. They tried to pull the guard around that, and David Ray followed him and caught him from behind and drug him down.
Second down and long, 2nd and 8 from the 45, moving right to left. The Clyde Flyers tied here at 21. Third quarter, Daniels again. This time in the middle, he finds a seam, keeps his feet driving, and he pushes the defender out of the way, and he gets down to about the 37. Now, I don't know if you guys ever watch Good Morning Football, but they talk about angry runs, and they show angry runs where the receiver or running back shoving people out of the way. Daniels had 2 guys on his back and one coming up, and he just shoved that guy out of the way. And what are we going to have? Who's the timeout by?
It's going to be another measurement, John.
We've only had 2 this year,
yeah.
And they're both in the same game. I think it was last week.
A week before.
2:21 to go. Clyde looking to see if they got that first down, but Daniels with an angry run, as we would call it. So, again, we'll get you caught up on the scores. 30-13, Port Clinton. 38-12, Avon over Ross. West Holmes 21-8 over Columbian. This game tied. Perkins 21-0 over Edison. Van Wert 34-13 over Wauseon. And it's just going to be, about 3 or 4 inches of the football. Clyde's got 2nd down. Do you get fancy with the 2nd down and short, Mike?
It's actually 3rd down now, and
not now.
No, and we're going to see what the will of the Shelby defensive line. If Clyde offensive line can push them back and get that extra 6 inches or whatever they need.
We know Shelby's got good defenders because most of the receivers are the defensive backs.
Yeah.
So there's speed and length, and it's going to be just the quarterback keeping it. And he's got the football, and he gets tackled at the 35, so it'll be 1st and 10 Clyde.
Yeah, that's the will of that offensive line to do a nice job of pushing that big defensive line back just enough to get the first down.
So Clyde with the football at the Shelby 35, moving right to left. We are tied at 21. Mike, do you kind of get the feeling it might be whoever has the ball last in this game? One of those. Clyde showing the different backfield again. They give it, this time Daniels, he gets through a seam. Here he goes. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, down to the 4. Oh, Daniels, he's just like a lumberjack running down the field. Let's go down to Brad Bannister, Brad.
Oh, he did a great job there. He broke out into the open, and like you said, he was kind of like a runaway truck, man, just moving down the field, and then finally 2 Shelby defenders tackled him.
31-yard run by Daniels. And we'll have Mike check the stats on how much yardage he had in the first half, but he has picked up 31 on that carry.
Yeah, well, one thing that Clyde's able to do right now is get up on the linebackers.
All right.
Daniels had 77 yards in the first half.
That puts him at 108. Well, he's had more carries than that. And we've got a touchdown, Clyde.
And number 18 for Shelby was standing looking at Miles Hall, was looking to the inside. He had no clue that there was a receiver out there. And Cook, obviously automatic when you got an uncovered receiver.
Who caught it?
Brad, who caught that ball?
Guys, I didn't see that. I was looking across the field at some motion, so
that was so quick.
Oh, you know what? That was Andrew Cobble, I believe.
Okay.
That's who they swung it out to, Andrew Cobble.
And the extra point is good. We'll keep it right here. So the Flyers offense, now unstoppable.
Yeah, they're not putting that ball. They found something. They found a way to get up on the linebackers and let Michael Daniels run through the line. And those blocks on the linebackers are solid right now because Daniels getting all that past the linebacker. The secondary is the one that have to make the stops.
So before the game, a bunch of the faithful here, when we walked into the stadium, asked us, what do you think the score? We go, it's going to be a lot of points. We said the over and under has got to be at least 50 or more. Well, we're at 49.
Absolutely.
We're at 49 right now. Trust me, there's going to be more touchdowns scored in this ballgame.
Quick confirmation, that was Andrew Cobble.
Okay,
he was split way out, almost toward the hash marks on the out-of-bounds line out here, so that caught him off guard.
Here's a kickoff. It's going to be a squibber. It's going to bounce at the 30, coming right up the middle, and getting hit at the 39, and that was their up man, Garrett Baker, a 6 foot, 150-pound senior. So Shelby will have it first and 10 at their own 39, moving left to right. We're just about 1:07 to go in the third. So Clyde scored twice. Shelby has scored once. And it's kind of one of those recipes, Mike. You run the football, you keep the offense off the field, but Shelby had a nice, long, methodical 14-play drive to score. Let's see what they want to do here. 3 to the far, 2 to the near. Marshall Shepard looking back, and now they're kind of doing a little bit of adjustment. See if the Clyde defense has an answer and put any pressure on Shepard because he has had a great night. He's straight back to throw, looking left, across the middle. It's intercepted right in the hands of the defender. He was so surprised it was there, Mike, he dropped it.
Yeah, that was one that, look what's coming to me, and, took him by surprise real quick. That was Abe Morrison that, he was surprised that the ball was actually coming to him.
That's what I mean. He was like, what?
Yeah.
He was playing defense. He sees the ball zipping out. It was actually probably the first pass that Shepard's thrown today that was a bit behind the receiver. Second down and 10 at the 39. 3 to the near, 2 to the far. Shepard back. Clyde showing. Here comes Hill in motion. They're looking to Hill. They're going to go ahead and bubble screen back here to Bowman. Bowman's going to put a Jude on. He's going to get by one, but not the other. And they're going to knock him down at about the 47. So that'll be a pickup of about 8. And that'll make it, we got third down and 2. That screen has worked well. They scored off that screen the last time, Mike.
Yeah, and Logan Holmer came all the way from his defensive line spot to come out and make that stop.
So coming quickly, this near side's of Ramsey. And here comes man in motion. They're going to hand it off and run the backside. They're going to get the first down. As still running the football is going to be the running back, Skylar Winters. He keeps his feet moving. We'll get the first down to Clyde territory right about the 48, so they pick up the first down.
To kind of describe for people at home what's going on, they're taking everything to the left, and then they're blocking back, and then the running back goes left and then cuts it back to the right and tries to find the seam where everything's been blocked off.
And he's in motion to the left, gets it, and steps back and counters back. It's worked well. Low snap. Shepard in trouble. He's going to keep the ball. He's himself. He's going to run the outside here. He goes at the 40. At the 30, he's down the sideline, runs out of bounds. So what was a muffed play ends up being a big play for Shelby. They get it down to the 23. Pickup of 25.
And that's the quarter.
All right, we're moving into the fourth quarter. Clyde 28, Shelby 21. Shelby threatening. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action here on 92.1 The Wolf.
No bones about it. We have the meats. One bite and you're going to love Arby's boneless wings. It's 6 or 9 pieces of tender all-white meat chicken in a crispy breading, sauced and tossed in hot honey sauce. Choose your favorite side to round out your meal. Then satisfy your sweet tooth with Arby's Caramel Cinnamon Shake. It's a creamy caramel cinnamon experience topped with whipped cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Stop in today. Arby's in Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron.
Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Bishop Stadium. Clyde 28, Shelby 21. First and 10, Shelby, the Clyde 23. Back to throw, going in the end zone. He's open, and it's going to be blocked. Oh, what a defensive play on the backside by Kyle Flewelling. Can you believe that, Mike Martin?
No.
He played it perfect.
See, and that's the time where Kyle Flewelling got two hands on the ball, whereas the other end, at the end of the half, when the defense from Shelby tried it, only went with one hand, missed it. Kyle Flewelling, nice job getting both hands on the ball and knocking it down.
Boy, I tell you what, Brad Bannister, you could not have played that any better than Kyle Flewelling did.
That was actually perfect defense by Kyle Flewelling. He ran step for step with Ramsey and then timed it and knocked it down.
All right, here we go. Bowman in motion. And they're looking at him. Quarterback in trouble. He goes down. He looked one too many times. And Blue Norman says, "You're my friend tonight." Down goes Shepard.
Yep, that was Blue Norman as well as Logan Holmer were all over that. He pumped it. He was looking for his receiver.
And
thought he was going to go
too long.
Yep, he couldn't find that secondary receiver.
Now, folks, big play emotionally. It's third down 17. That doesn't mean anything at all to Marshall Shepard, but that was a huge play by the Flyers.
Yeah, that was big because he could not find the secondary receiver because Holmer and Norman were right there all over him.
Here comes Bowman in motion again. He's looking. They're going right down the seam again. The ball's up there. It's going to be incomplete. They're going to call interference. So, and that was interference.
Yeah, he was kind of looking back a little bit, but his hands were up all over the receiver. The officials telling him why he threw the flag. And Jay Plummer's like, "I'm not sure exactly why you called that on me," but the officials letting him know why exactly that happened.
Yep. So they'll measure it off, and that's going to give them a first down.
No, it's not an automatic first down.
Oh, I thought it was going to be close to the first down. Now it's going to be, what, third down and one? No, it says first down. It says on the scoreboard.
No, that is incorrect.
Yeah, well, that scoreboard's been incorrect all night. So that penalty is going to put it down to third down at the 15. Here he goes, quarterback keeper. He's going to get hit, and he was not going to get it. There's a penalty flag. Oh, my. Let's see if Brad Bannister has an idea on that penalty.
Definitely in the vicinity of typical holding calls.
Well, that time, Shepard decided to take it upon himself. And what's the call going to be? Holding. And they'll take him back, I'm sure. Was there more than one penalty?
Well, I think Coach Carter's trying to find out where he was tackled at to decide if he wants to take or decline and make it forward.
Absolutely. If it would have been a situation where that holding call would have, he was tackled farther back, that's a good one to decline. Now it's fourth down.
Right.
Now you're giving them two more opportunities.
Right. And the ball's going to be spotted back to the 29. So this is going to be third down and about 15, 16. 11:01 to go in the ball game. Shelby trying to answer. Shepard back. He's looking. Going to go across the middle. It's going to be caught and knocked out of bounds at about the 21. And that's Andre Hill. Pretty steady receiver there, Mike.
Yeah, this obviously is a big fourth down play
here we go.
right here.
Fourth down and 8 4th down and 8 at the 21. They've got to get past the, well, if they get down to the 13, it'll be a first down. Let's see. I'm telling you, they're going to run the receivers to the 13-yard line, but let's see what happens. This is a big play of the ball game, folks. 10:55 to go. Back to throw. He's going to step in the pocket. He's going to go ahead and throw it across the middle. It's caught! And going straight up in the air and catch it was Bowman. 1st and 10, Shelby at the 5, and that's what they do.
What a catch. That is just amazing. The way he went up for that ball, and that ball was zipped in there, and he was able to catch that on a leap, be able to bring it down. Brady Wilson was all over him. I tell you what, these receivers are showing why they have so many yards this year.
Bowman could be a slot receiver in the next level. And the quarterback keeper up the middle. He's running the outside. He's going to get hit and dropped at about the 3. They're going to give him to the 5. They're going to say no gain. 2nd down and goal at the 5. And here comes a Clyde Fliers off, holding the hand.
That's Homler, yep, holding his hand.
Yeah, Homler's had a big night tonight.
I'll tell you another thing, too, real quick, guys. I've seen several Clyde players cramping a little bit. Daniels was dealing with a little bit. Abe's dealing with a little bit. So definitely something going on down here cramping-wise.
2nd down and goal at the 5. 9:50 to go. Clyde up 28-21, and we're going to have a timeout by who?
By Shelby.
All right, we'll take a timeout here. 9:48 to go. Shelby threatening. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and Fresh Daily Sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Hall, and I'm proud to share with the community that PT Services has recently opened a clinic at 1800 West State Street in Fremont. I've worked with PT Services for approximately 40 years, including referral, personal, and high schools. I recommend PT Services for their therapy needs. It can be located at 419-332-6709. Go local teams.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Back to action, and it's going to be a pass. They did a little pick play out there on the defense, but I tell you what, the Clyde defenders read it well. It's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 5. Mike, did you see what they did there?
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer was trailing, and the outside receiver came in, got a bump on him.
So they brought Bowman in this side, and he came on that motion and then cut back across. Overmeyer picked him up, and the ball was thrown out of catchable range.
Right.
So here's another big one. They're going to go for it no matter what. This 2-down territory. Still on the 5. Let's see. Shepard back. He's looking. He's going to run on his own. He's going to be threatened. He's going to throw it away. It's incomplete, almost intercepted. Oh, my, the Clyde defense came over. I think that was Overmeyer that came over and got his hand on him.
Yeah, I believe that was Caden Olson.
That was actually number 1 down here.
That was
it was
Plummer.
Jay Plummer that came across and knocked that down. Big play by Jay.
No, I'm talking about the quarterback.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
It was Overmeyer that forced him into throwing that ball.
Yeah,
there you go, guys.
He thought he had a running lane until Overmeyer stepped in front of him.
4th and goal at the 5. Could be a moment here in this ball game with 9:37 to go. Marshall Shepard, low snap. He's looking. He's going to be thrown into the corner. It's going to be complete or not.
Oh, my goodness, what a catch.
They said he caught it?
Yeah, the official over
All
here,
right,
signal touchdown.
He threw it exactly in the corner of the end zone.
You couldn't get it any closer to that pylon, and he just ran to it.
Who caught it?
That was Bowman.
Wow. That is amazing. 4th and goal, and he gets a touchdown.
He just heaved the ball up in the air and let Bowman run underneath it. There is no way that could be defended.
9:28 mark, and the extra point to tie the game. 28-27. Snap, kick is up, and kick is good. So we are tied at 28. Both these teams, whoever wins, well deserved to take a shot at last year's defending state champ. But that was a 14-play, 61-yard drive, and it's a touchdown, Shelby.
4th down and goal to go, and you have to be able to get it to the corner of the end zone.
It's the only place he could go. Everybody else was covered.
Yeah, Clyde has been doing a decent job all night of covering these receivers. They just been making some great catches, and Shepard's been putting the ball where no one else can get it besides his receivers.
Actually, to be honest, a lot of people go to Brad Banser. A lot of people thought Clyde's defensive backfield was very suspect. I think they played exceptionally well tonight against this team.
I think they played well, too. And like Mike and you said, John, what an incredible. You don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks make that corner throw like that. That's a tough throw and a great catch by Bowman to get his feet in.
We're tied at 28, 9.5 to go. Here's the kickoff. It's another squibber. It's going to be picked up at the 28, and it's going to be Nuffs with it, and he's going to get it all the way up to the 48. Clyde's at good field possession. He's going to spot it just almost at the 48-yard line. Some updated scores. Port Clinton's going to move on. They're up 44-13 over Keystone. Avon's going to move on. They're up 45-18 over Fremont Ross. West Holmes up by 3 in the fourth quarter over Columbian. This game tied Perkins 28-0 final over Edison. Van Wert's going to move on probably 40-20 over Wauseon. Here comes Clyde with the ball at the 48, moving left to right. And they're going to hand off to Daniels. Daniels puts his head down, runs through 2 defenders. Will pick up about 3. Now they're going to spot him at the 48, so maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, that time they could not get away from that defensive line and get up on the linebacker, and the linebacker was able to come down and make the stop.
So, Mike, if you're the Clyde Fliers, do you now play off of this ground game a little bit because you know they're going to start stacking the box? Jaden Cook, handoff, it's a muffled snap, it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
Shelby has it.
And that could be devastating.
That snap rolled back to Jaden Cook. Jaden Cook had no way of even getting down on that ball. Shelby saw that. They got through the line of scrimmage and was able to fall on that. Jaden Cook, it was at his feet, couldn't get down quick enough to be able to recover that.
So the Flyers with the first big mistake on their side of the game here tonight, and they turn it over, tied at 28 with 8:48 to go. Now they put themselves in a position of going down and get the lead score. Shelby with a chance to take the lead, and Clyde have to trail to try and come back.
See this one going to the end zone.
Yep, here comes Bowman. That's a low snap. He's going to run bubble screen on this side. It's going to be blocked. It's going to be incomplete.
Okay, they've got that screen covered up right now because they got the linebackers. As soon as they see that action going the other way, those linebackers are heading right to where the receiver's at. So I don't see Shelby trying to run that play again.
So we've had one turnover in the ball game. That was the interception in the first drive of the game, and Clyde with this fumble in the fourth quarter. 28-28, tied up, Shelby with the ball right at midfield. Shepard looking for it. He looks over the defense. 3 receivers to the far, 2 to the near.
Play clock at 5, 4, 3. They better call timeout.
And that's going to be a delay of game, or did they call it? All right, they call a timeout. We'll take one here. 8:41 to go. We're tied at 28. We'll be back after this.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official?
Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back. It is 2nd down and 10 at midfield. Here comes quarterback. He's looking deep. It's up in the air. Receiver's going to go ahead and off the top of the head of the defender. Perfect coverage by, who was that?
Jay Plummer.
Plummer. But Plummer did not see the ball, and the ball bounced off his helmet. You couldn't do that again if you wanted to.
No, that's one of those things where, you're trying to aim for a target. That just shows the accuracy right there of being able to put that ball where it needs to be.
Yeah, he threw it 40 yards in the air and dropped a dime. 3 this way, 2 far side. Marshall Shepard, 3rd and 10. He's looking back. He's pressured. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be incomplete. And we're going to have a penalty flag right where Clyde was in the defensive backfield. Let's get the call. Or Brad Bannister, you got an idea on that one?
Typically holding again, and that's what they are going to call, which they may decline.
They need to decline that.
And they are going to decline it. He does.
No. Oh, okay. The official was marking it off. Yeah, there's no way they should accept that penalty.
So it's going to be, 4th down and 10. So how do you play this, Mike? With Clyde coming up and playing tight? Or are they going to punt the football? Shepard is the punter. They don't want Clyde to get the ball.
No, they don't.
8:31 to go.
He's got a quick
play. Big play. It is a quick punt. It's going to be end over end, and it's going to bounce, and it's going to come sideways, and Clyde's going to get the ball at their own 6-yard line. So the Flyers hold Shelby after the turnover, Mike. So you got to consider that a win for the Clyde Flyers.
Oh, absolutely. If you get a turnover at midfield, you don't get any points over it. That is definitely a bonus for Clyde.
Well, we talked about it. Brad will bring you into the conversation. We talked about it. Whoever flinches here in this ball game late could most probably lose the game. Clyde with the turnover, but they keep Shelby from scoring. So now we're back to a tie game. Clyde's got the ball with a chance to take a lead.
Yeah, they're always finding a way to stay just a step ahead.
Ball's at the 6. Hand off to Daniels. He gets behind and is going to somehow squeeze through a tackler and get up to almost the 13.
There is a massive humanity at the line of scrimmage, and Daniels got through that somehow and was able to pick up a good 6 yards.
8:05 to go. We are tied at 28. Well, I tell you what, these two teams giving us quite a show here tonight at Bishop Stadium. And Jaden Cook could do nothing with that bad snap.
No,
at quarterback. Played well tonight. Good game for him, trying to lead his troops on a nice long drive. Daniels with it again. He gets through a hole, cuts to the outside. Daniels sidesteps another. He goes another 10 yards after he initially gets hit and takes it all the way to the 29. Pickup of 17. Michael Daniels now adding on the rushing yards, Mike Martin.
Absolutely. He took David Ray for a ride. David Ray jumped on his back, and Daniels went for about another 4 yards with him on top of him.
So Clyde methodically working down this field. And right now, manning up against the Shelby Whippets. Jaden Cook, quarterback, looks for the snap. They're timing it. They're going to give it to Daniels. He gets by one, spins, turns, keeps his feet moving, keeps going, and they're going to put him down just shy of the 35. Picks up 6 yards. Mike, that was all individual effort there.
He ran right into the blitz, and Daniels got hit, spun, then continued moving, kept the legs moving, spun again, and picked up that good 5 yards.
So look at what Clyde's doing. They're huddling.
Oh, they got to run this clock down.
They're huddling up, 6:43. What a good night for Daniels. He has been a man amongst boys running the football here tonight. Trying to jump it, back to throw. Cook being flushed out of the pocket. He needs to take off and run. He turns the corner. Cook down the sideline, runs out of bounds at the 42. That time, great choice by Jaden Cook.
Yeah, there was nowhere for him to throw the ball to. They were covered up downfield, so he was able to break that contain, and he had no problem running away from big number 63, Xander Wilkins, who is 240 pounds.
Little pump fake, held him for a second, turned the corner. First down, Clyde at their own 43. And Daniels with the football. He gets by one. He breaks three. Daniels got the first down. He's going to the outside. He gets tackled down on the 40.
17-yard run.
This is demoralizing for that Shelby defense right now, where they just keep pounding the ball after you, and you can't stop it. They're sending linebackers out. They're coming from the inside. They're coming from the outside. You got number 23, David Ray, who's coming almost every single time, and they're not able to stop Daniels.
They can't stop him. Clyde just has to mix it up enough, right, Mike?
Yep.
So here we go with the football, 1st and 10. Hand off to Daniels again, and this time he gets hit from behind. A nice job on the backside by the backside of, and that was Connor Henkel, linebacker.
And Connor Henkel came from the outside around the defensive end that time, and that's about the only way they're going to stop Daniels, is catching from behind, because once he gets a head of steam going, they're not able to bring him down.
5:32 and counting. Jaden Cook looking over at his head coach, his senior. High snap, handoff to Daniels. He gets through, breaks through another defender, gets across the 35, down to about the 33. Pickup of about 6. And that's going to be a 3rd and, well, we'll say probably 4.
Looks like Henkel's a little shaken up on that play. He's coming up slow.
A little bit. So Jaden Cook comes over and talks to his coach. His coach said, listen, this is what we need. Good relationship between Coach Carter and his quarterback, Jaden Cook. This is Jaden Cook's moment right now. 4:51, tied at 28. Can the Flyers capitalize on that defensive stand? Cook, high snap. Again, handoff. Down to the 31, and they're going to be short. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad?
Yeah, they're going to leave it about, looks like about 4th and 1. And again, Shelby, in this case, flooding the line. There's only, I think, 2 guys back, 9 guys up by the line of scrimmage on that play.
Yeah, and they're bringing their linebackers every time now.
So, quarterback keeper last time, guys. Clyde needs to hang on to the football. So, Cook up under center. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be Daniels with the first down. He powers down inside the 25 to the 23. Oh, man. Gutsy call, Mike. And I tell you what, Daniels just went straight ahead forward.
Yeah, he was not going to be denied of that first down.
So he's spotted at the 24. Pickup of 7. 3:54. You know what? This reminiscent of the Tiffin Columbian game, Mike.
Yeah, and Shelby only has 1 timeout left.
So the Flyers running the football, running down the clock. Jaden Cook, high snap. Daniels with it again. Down the middle feet. He spins and turns and gets to the 20. So he'll pick up about 4.
You know, if they can just keep pounding that 4 yards at a time and causing, you know, the linebackers to come up and the defensive backs to make that play, you know, they can run a whole lot of time off this clock.
All right, so there's been a 10-play drive that started at the Clyde 6. And that was after they held Shelby at midfield after Shelby got the Clyde fumble. Jaden Cook with the football. He's looking for the snap. He snaps it. He gives it. Fake to Daniels. Jaden Cook's going to keep it himself. He's going to get across. Oh, he got leveled at the 19. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, that was number 10 for Shelby coming up and making a hit on Cook. Cook was tied up down below. Somebody was holding on to his feet, and 10 came in and just put a hit on him.
Yeah, that was Braden Stone. That's the guy that missed the ball when he tried to defend against Griffin Offs in the end zone at the end of the half.
3rd down and 6. Here's a big play. 20 seconds on the play clock. We're at 2:36. And they're going to give to Daniels, and we got a penalty flag late from the back judge. So they're going to talk about it, and we're going to get a hold by Clyde on the backside. So that penalty is going to knock them back. So where are they going to spot it, gentlemen? They're going to spot it at the 31. So it's going to be, no, they're going to spot it back, yeah, right about the 30. 1 yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 16.
This would be a good time for a screen pass right now, the way they're coming after him.
Let's see if Cook has time. He's back. He's rolling to his left. He's looking. He's got a guy wide open in the middle, and it's going to be caught. And it'll be caught down inside the 20 to the 19, so all that penalty yard just comes back to the 19, and they'll be back to 4th down anyhow. And Brad, what are we talking about, 5 yards?
Yeah, long 5.
So the Flyers looking. You know what, Shelby's been pretty disciplined. There no offsides, no defensive penalties, really, just a few personal fouls. Here comes the man in motion for Clyde. Now they're going to go ahead and change things up. 15 seconds to go, and what are we going to have? Clyde's going to take a timeout with 1:55 to go. Mike, play of the game for them right now coming up. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, and this is obviously, if Shelby can hold them right here, we know that they're a quick strike. A minute 55, plenty of time for Shelby to be able to move down the field. If Clyde is able to get this 1st down, they got a field goal kicker. They can win with 3 points. So, this is huge right now.
Well, one of these teams is going to take on Van Wert next week. So this has been quite a battle here. And let's look again. West Holmes up by 10 over Columbian. Avon 45 to 26 against Ross. They say that's still in the 3rd quarter, so maybe Fremont Ross making a valiant comeback. West Holmes over Columbian by 3 and 47-20. Van Wert over Wauseon. So, big play here. The Flyers convert. They can continue to run clock, Mike. They got the ball with what about, I can tell you what it was, at about the 6-minute mark. Man in motion. Jaden Cook looking. Daniels to his right. 7 seconds on the play clock. He's rolling right. He's going to get it out here. It's going to be caught, and they're not going to get
Short.
it. They got the ball out here to Olsen, but it's great defensive play, and they turn it over on downs.
Connor Hinkle, we've called his name a lot this series, and he was able to come right up there, make a nice stop, be able to stop Olsen from being able to get past that 1st down marker. Now, 1 timeout left, a minute 46 to go. We've seen them be able to score in under a minute. So, this is something that Clyde defense, bring some pressure. Don't let anybody behind you.
No penalties. So the ball's on the 17-yard line. Clyde had that drive start on their 6 and then stalls out at the 19 or the 17 of Shelby. Marshall Shepard looking. He's looking this way. Now he's looking backside. Now he's going to go ahead and step up in the pocket and throw it here. It's going to be caught, and it will be for a 1st down at the 30-yard line. Well, I tell you what, he looked this way, Mike. He wasn't looking off. He's looking and quickly turned his head and rifled it for a 1st down.
Yep, Olsen able to make that stop. They're able to come up and make the stop right away, but, they're giving at least 10 yards, even though they're right tight man-to-man coverage.
I saw Henkel just walk off the field. He's a wide receiver. 3 receivers that are near side. Back, looking. He's going deep down the right side. He's open. And it's going to be caught.
Oh, no.
Out of his hands. Oh, my.
He had
Ramsey had nothing but daylight.
He had gator arms, Johnny. He pulled him back in. It was out there. All he had to do was stretch it out, and he was catching that ball on the run. Ball was put there perfectly. He pulled his arms in before the ball got there.
When they play that tape.
Oh, he's going to – oh, my goodness.
All you can do is hang your head. Yeah. That was a ball game and a win for them right there.
That was it. That was a perfectly thrown ball.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10, correct? Or is it 2nd down?
2nd 10.
All right. 1:16 to go. Low snap. Looking. Up in the pocket. It's going to be thrown out here. It's going to be caught. And getting the 1st down is going to be Bowman. I tell you what, Bowman does not miss.
He does not. The way he goes up and grabs that ball and brings that thing down, catches it obviously with his hands at the high point.
1st down, Shelby.
He's an amazing receiver.
And that ball is on a rope.
A minute to go. We're tied at 28. Shelby driving to try and win the game. Back to throw. Looking down the sideline. He wants to go deep. He goes across the middle. It's going to be wide open. at the Clyde 45 and run out of bounds at the Clyde 41.
Now that time he had plenty of time to look all the way to the left, look to the middle, and found the receiver to the right.
You would think the Flyers would have to send somebody.
Absolutely.
Have to send somebody.
Because they're getting just held up right at the line of scrimmage right now. They're running.
You can't give him time to throw. 2 receivers to the far, 3 to the near. In the ball game now is Max Hess. New for him. Looking, Shepard looking. He's going to be in the trouble, and he's going to get out of trouble. And this time he does it. He gets spun around and dropped. And I believe that was Perry. Drops him back to the 45.
You know, he looked like he was going to get out of that.
Shelby takes their last time out, guys. 33 seconds to go. Are we going to overtime?
John, I'm telling you, if they get it down between the 20 and 25, they're kicking a field goal.
I think he's got to be a little closer than
I don't know. I think he can make it from there.
Well, he could maybe make it from the 30, which would be a 40-yarder, I would say, if he hits it clean.
If they get it down, that ball is down to the 20 to 25.
So they got to get the ball down between the 20 and 25.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Second down and 10, 36 seconds to go. Hey, we don't get paid overtime, do we?
You know, one thing that they throw that ball to the middle of the field, they got to hurry up and get down there. If it's first down, it stops the clock. But if it's not a first down, they're going to have to be in hurry up mode.
So Brad Bannister on the sideline. He's got the first view right on that spot between the 20 and 25. Here we go. Looking, thrown right side, caught and out of bounds. That time to Andre Hill. And they possess it out to about the 37. So Brad Bannister right now, Clyde has to play. Give them enough room without getting beat deep, don't they?
That's exactly right. They cannot afford to get beat deep, but at the same time, they have to be careful and given too much cushion.
Right.
They're going to do that right there, and they're going to throw the ball 2-3 more times, pick up about 15 yards, and then, like you guys said, you're in that field goal range.
So now they're going to run 4 receivers, and they're going to stack a few on this side, 1 on the far side. Clyde bringing blitz. He's in trouble. He's going to get hit. He throws it out of bounds. And that time Clyde brought the blitz. What a good call. And that'll make it 4th down. And we'll call it a long 6 at the Clyde 37.
It's a tough decision here because if you don't get it, I mean, you're going to give Clyde great field position.
And 25 seconds, which isn't a lot of time.
And Clyde has 2 timeouts left.
Here's a big play. Let's see if Shelby can convert. These 2 teams have been punching it out all night long. Passing team, running team, here we go. He's going to quick pooch punt it. And it's going to get hit, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Clyde's going to get the ball with 20 seconds to go.
We saw what Clyde was able to do with a very short time on the clock at the end of the first half. We would move it down the field. Wilson had a nice catch, got it out of bounds, and then Griffin off for the score.
So Shelby conceded to overtime.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. A running team in overtime has the best opportunity.
Yeah, they do. So there's only one person with the wheels to be able to score a touchdown here in 19 seconds. They've got to get it to number 10 or number 11, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, when you've got the speed out there, Aaron Wilson, he was a state competitor in the 110 hurdles, so he can get past a few people.
So Cook's got to be careful. Looking for the snap. They're just going to throw a quick out over here. And they're going to get out of bounds at about the 28. They burn, what, about 3 seconds on that, 3 or 4.
Yep, Shelby's got 2 high safeties right now with the linebacker back at least 15 yards or 10 yards right now. But they have 3 receivers to the left.
Right, they do.
And 2 defensive backs.
Cook back. He's got time to step up in the pocket. Boy, he flings it deep. And it's going to be in and out of the hands of the defender. 8 seconds left. But Cook just stood back and flung that out there, didn't he?
Yeah, he put that ball out there a long way. Number 10, Braden Stone, had his hands on that. I mean, that could have been pulled down.
He was the only one close enough to it.
Yep.
So has Coach Carter got a little hook and ladder or something he can pull out of his head here, Mike, or are they just going to take a knee and just let it in?
Concede because they'll probably try one more deep one.
8 seconds to go. Tied at 28. A lot of people coming in this game didn't think Clyde could play with these guys. And the Flyers have shown that they can. What can we do? Cook, he's throwing it deep. He throws a bullet down there. And unfortunately, the receiver couldn't get there. And there's going to be 2 seconds left. Then they'll probably take a knee and end it. So we're going to go into overtime.
Well, you really can't. I guess you could take a knee, but you're going to have to run around for a little bit,
right,
to run those 2 seconds off.
Yeah, you're just going to run to the sideline.
Yeah,
and then go back to the other side. And
yeah, you get 2 seconds off.
4th down, or they could go ahead and punt it, but you surely don't want a punt return.
No.
No.
Oh, you can't end the game on a defensive penalty, and that's what that was.
That's exactly what that was. Boy, that Shelby player, you know who that was? The guy who's been tackling people all night long, Caleb Baker.
Yeah.
He gave him, hey, I'm going to hit you one more
That's
time,
right.
my friend.
Cook went down, gave himself up, and Baker came in and just drilled him while he was on the ground.
That's not going to matter because they're going to get one more play, right?
Right, but still, I mean, you might jack it to the end zone here now because Cook just threw that last one 50 yards in the air.
He just clobbered him.
He did.
He was down and then he went.
So, whoever gets the ball first, tell us how the overtime works in high school, Mike.
Well, each team gets the ball at the 25-yard line. And they'll flip the coin if you want the ball first or if you want to decide which end you want to go to. Each team gets a chance.
Hey, have we had fun tonight? What a game this has been. So that ball got moved all the way up to the Clyde 43.
Yeah, that is incorrect. That's way.
Yeah, he was down.
No, you got. Yeah.
Somebody's got bad math, and I think they're talking about it right now.
This is not correct.
Yeah, it should be back in the 30-yard range. They're saying, okay, guys, hold on.
It goes from the line of scrimmage because that the penalty was back further.
Yeah.
So if it goes from the line of scrimmage, even 15 yards from there is not where the ball is at right now.
Well, the ball was at the 28, so if you had 15, that puts it at, well, it was at the 28-yard line. If you take 15 on top of the 28, yeah, but it's dead ball. It goes from the spot, right? Yeah.
Right.
He said it was a live ball penalty.
Oh, they
said
said
it was a
live ball
penalty,
Yeah.
the officials.
I'm not sure exactly how it's a live ball. When Cook was sitting down on his behind, the play was dead.
So the officials are talking to Coach Carter.
Now is when you
Now
just
it's
take
at
a
the
knee.
25. Now you're going to take the knee. So we're going to have a little bit of bonus action back at the station. Our chief engineer and producer, Mike Roca, just so that you know, this is new territory for us, so we'll see how we play it out.
No, he's not going to take a knee. You got 3 defensive backs at the 40-yard line.
And there's a catch. And they're going to go ahead and lateral it to Wilson. Wilson is going to get hit, and he'll get to about the 45, and that will be it. So we're going overtime. We'll take a timeout and be back here on 92.1 The Wolf.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Okay, so they wanted to call, how could it be a live ball? There's a tackle then. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It could have been a live ball. And then it could have been a penalty. It was no penalty, it was right. A tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You guys.
Welcome back here. We are into overtime. And our first trip into overtime, Mike. And
Yeah,
we
it
are
is.
in the Division 4 Region 14 playoffs. Brad Bannister, a little bit OT for you tonight. How you holding up down there?
Hey, I'm holding up really well down here. A little
Okay.
bit chilly, but with the excitement of this game, it makes that kind of subdued a little bit here.
So
So
they're
I'll
go-
try to get out here and maybe get the flip.
So, Mike, they're going to flip it.
Yep.
And you get to choose the ball or the direction, right?
Right.
And then each team gets it at the 25. You get first downs. And then if you get held, fine. If you kick a field goal, fine. You get touchdown, fine. The other team's got a match.
And you get one timeout.
One timeout in overtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you win the toss, you definitely want to go on defense. You go on defense and see what the other team does. So if all you have to do, if you stop them, all you have to do is kick a field goal.
So here's the end of the game stats, so we can throw them in if we have a little bit of time. And Brad's going to be down in the center of the new field here and get the officials live when they go do the coin flip, Mike.
Well, let me tell you one stat right now that is very impressive. Michael Daniels has 250 yards rushing for tonight. 250 yards when he only had 77 yards in the first half.
So look at here at the center court. It's going to be Marshall Shepard for Shelby and Dylan Overmeyer for Clyde. Go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
You guys are doing a great job out here. Good sportsmanship, all right? It's an overtime, all right? It's equal opportunity in high school. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to have him call this coin toss. There'll only be one coin toss. Okay. All right? If we go to a second overtime period, the loser of this coin toss will then get the options first. Okay? Yes, sir. Very good. So what we're going to do is step back. I'm going to ask you to, what would you like? Heads. Heads. It is a tail. It is a tail.
You want defense.
You want defense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which end of the field do you want to defend?
Dylan Overmeyer called it, and they won the toss. They will defer and go on defense to begin the overtime.
All right, so Shelby will get the ball. Which way? Shelby can't decide which direction they want to go. Now they do. So Shelby will be going right to left here, or it will be from the east to the west side into this end. And that's the way it works. Of course, they had said earlier, if we go to a second overtime, Mike, then Clyde will get the chance to choose what they want. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Shelby will because Clyde won the toss.
Right.
Exactly right. So you get one timeout, and you got match score or outscore the other team. You get mano-a-mano here, and you had said something earlier about that maybe the running team might have the edge. Why would you think that?
Well, the thing, if you can't stop the running game and, defensively, throwing the ball, there's a lot of things that can happen.
Sure.
A lot of things. If you're constantly able to run that ball, there's only one bad thing, and you put the ball on the ground. Other than that, if you can turn off that yardage and just keep the chain moving one time, then you're going to have the advantage.
So the way we talked about it earlier, the team with the stop has got a chance to win the ball game. It didn't happen in regulation, but we got a chance in overtime. So at the 20-yard line is Shelby. Shepard looking for it. He's looking to throw. He's looking back across the middle. He's going right in the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown.
Well, that did not take very long.
No, it did not.
And that was Andre Hill.
Right.
Nope, that did not take very long at all. They figured, okay, we're just going to go ahead and put this in.
Well, and think about it. We're going to go in there, we'll draw a penalty, or we'll score a touchdown. So this extra point's pretty important. Shepard is a kicker. He's done it all tonight. There's a high snap. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good.
Oh, what a great job by the holder getting that ball down. That was number 15, and that was Isaiah Robe. That was a high snap. He had to come up and bring that ball down. Yeah, that could have been disaster for Shelby right there.
Now the Flyers need a touchdown and 1 point extra point, or
no. This
go
is
for two.
Now I would say just continue. If you're running the ball as well as Clyde is, you just go ahead and continue to pound the ball.
No, I'm saying if they score, do they go for one or two?
They will go for one because they can continue to.
Right.
If they're able to continue to pound the ball,
Right.
they're going to wear Shelby down.
All right, well, Shelby's one-on-one, and they score 20 yards to Hill. Clyde with the ball. Now Clyde's showing jumbo package in the backfield. Jaden Cook, handoff to Daniels. Daniels looking for somewhere to go. He puts his head down, and it gets to the 17.
Now, that's one of the few times I've seen Daniels kind of shuffle his feet instead of just putting his foot in the ground and going.
Of course, you just need first downs. Clyde needs to get to the 10. Of course, the clock not running, as it won't. Snap, Daniels with it. He gets hit in the backfield. He spins, and they keep him. They throw him for no gain, and that is a tough go. Now the Clyde's got third down and a long 7. Big play here of the ball game.
Yeah, this is one where, you got maybe a little play action, but Shelby's going to be, they're playing a zone yet, so they still have a little bit of cushion. And Cook's been real good at being able to throw that ball to the sideline and just get enough yardage to get to first.
This way, all your receivers have to have focus. Both receivers are in tight for Clyde. And the fans are on there. Here comes the man in motion. It's Cobble. They're going to fake it to Cobble. And Cook over here is going to throw into the end zone. It's going to be touchdown, Clyde!
They just flooded the middle of the field. They brought 2 receivers to the middle of the field. The safety was with the deep one. And that was a nice catch. Nice pitch and catch. Cook put it right on the stride to put that ball in the end zone. Again, quick score.
35-34. And Clyde's got to get somebody in here in a hurry to help block, and they finally do. They got to connect. Looking for the snap. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. They had a big rush on it.
They did.
He hit a little bit of bump and go, and it is good, and we are tied at 35.
Clyde's offense coming right back on the field now. Shelby's going to go on defense.
Well, what do you think? This is a fun game, isn't it?
Hey, the running game, they put it.
We talked about it. You have a pure passing team with a little more balanced team, but primarily a running team.
Yep, absolutely.
And this is just amazing how this has worked out. They switch ends now?
They have a choice of switching ends.
So is that the end of the first overtime?
That's the end of the first overtime. Yes, it is.
And after a while, after you get past 2 or 3, it's just 2-point conversions. And that's what Fremont Ross had in their overtime.
Okay. I think it's the third one.
The third one, they go to 2-point conversions. Boy, would that be interesting. So they're back in the middle. Brad Bannister a little slow getting out there. That's okay, Brad. We got you.
They were on offense first.
Yeah, he won the toss, and he got defense. That's how it was.
Right.
Correct.
So it's Shelby.
We're telling the official correct.
Yeah. So Shelby gets to choose what they want.
You want to play an ad? Okay, good. Let's put our back right here.
They're going to go back to the same end by the scoreboard. That's where they're going to play, and Shelby will be on defense first.
All right, so Shelby's going on defense. See what Clyde does. Sounds like my good friend Kevin Rodenhauser down there on the field. We'll see if that is who the official is tonight.
That's exactly who that is.
All right.
He always wants me to give you a shout out when I see him too, John.
Well, that's
Does he
why
tell you to tell me a shout out. Good.
That's why it's been such a well officiated game.
Kevin's he's a pro, and this isn't his first
No.
rodeo. So Clyde will have the ball at the 20. Jaden Cook now. Clyde spreads it out. Jaden Cook looking out here. It's going to be caught and trying to get upside. Nice job getting it all the way down to about the 12. That time Olsen took the pass, and Olsen gets it down to the 12-yard line on the pass there.
Yeah, Garrett Baker came up and made that hit for that stop. But nice 8-yard gain.
So Clyde's showing a little difference to mix it up against that defense. They're staying in the same set, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. And this time they'll give it to Daniels up to the middle. He sidesteps one and gets across the 10 and will get him a first down. To the 9-yard line.
Now they're bringing back in their running package.
Here comes Jumbo.
Yep.
Boy, I tell you what, high school football at its best, Mike Martin.
It is. Tonight it is.
Handoff Daniels up the right side. He gets hit hard, but he gets down to the 5. Pick up a 4.
I don't know if either of you saw that. That was still a little bit of a questionable exchange between
It was.
Mike Daniels
Yes.
and Jaden Cook.
Of course, Brad Bannister brought to you by Frickers. Hand up to Daniels this time. We're going to have a penalty. It's going to be a penalty against Clyde, a procedure penalty. It's going to kick it back to the 10.
They tried to run a little hurry up, and everyone was not set for a second. And that's the first time that they did that tonight, and that's probably going to be the last time they do it tonight. Looks like Shelby has a player that might be, no, he's up.
There's a couple of them down here, and I even noticed a little bit of the Clyde. You can tell they're all taxed a little bit, putting in a big effort tonight.
35-35, second overtime here at Bishop Stadium. What a battle between these two squads. It's 9:51 in the evening, and this has been a thrill. Handoff counter, and it's going to be Overmeyer. Overmeyer gets down inside the 5, down to the 4. It'll be 3rd and goal at the just inside the 5.
Blaine Bowman able to come up and did a nice job of wrapping him up and not allowing him to get into that end zone.
Quite quickly. And they're going to hand off again to Daniels. Daniels is going to keep on pushing forward in the end zone. They're going to give him a touchdown.
That is just a scrum right there. They had half the Clyde players just pushing him in the end zone. He got hit at about the 2-yard line, and the rest of the Clyde players just forced him into the end zone.
Well, we noticed this year, when they get hit, they'll let that evolve for a little bit, and that's how they got in the end zone. Now Clyde needs to convert on the extra point. Here's the extra point attempt. Cook is looking for it. Snap, down, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. All right, so Clyde takes the lead, 42-35. We got 77 points in this ball game. Definitely, if you bet the over and under.
I told everybody take the over.
Now it's going to be Shelby. Is that pressure on Shelby, Mike? The way that they've been able to play here?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And this is when it kind of tightens up a little bit. And we'll see if they actually go to the end zone on the very first play like they did last time, or try to get a little possession and just methodically get that ball moved down.
Well, I'm Shelby. I'm looking for an interference penalty or something. Just move it closer, because you know they're going to be on the back of their heels unless Clyde sends somebody. If Clyde makes a defensive call that matters. 3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side, 5 receivers set. Bowman in motion. And they're looking to him. They're going to pump fake. They're going to go into the end zone. The ball's going to be up in the air. It's going to be intercepted!
Game
and
over.
Clyde wins! Oh, my!
Game over.
Wow! Went to the well one too many times. Clyde brought
That's it.
Olsen over to double in the corner. Interception, touchdown. Clyde wins in overtime, 42-35. Stay tuned for our post-game show live here tonight on 92.1 The Wolf.
Pick up your 2021-2022 Fremont Ross Athletic Booster Club card for only $10 this year. They have 43 local merchants on the card. Plus, you receive a Little Giant t-shirt at Phase 1. Cards are available at Denny's, Steinley GMC Cadillac, and at Fremont Ross High School. The Booster Club is once again the proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game. Find them on Facebook at Fremont Ross Athletic Boosters for monthly meeting updates and events. Go Little Giants!
North Coast Showtime is a proud sponsor of all area youth athletics and is the premier youth volleyball and basketball organization in Northwest Ohio. North Coast Showtime is proud to announce their exclusive contract with Cedar Point Sports. Showtime was founded in 2013 by John and Lindy Cahill, and they are committed to our area youth in ensuring they are champions on and off the court. Check them out at northcoastshowtime.com.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Well, I tell you what, if you listen to this broadcast, you heard an amazing football game between two really good football programs. In the second overtime, Clyde beats Shelby. Let's go down to Brad Bannister, Brad. Hopefully you can get Coach Carter in. And if you would, make sure to confirm, if you would, Brad, that it was Olsen with that interception in the end zone.
I got Coach Farrar here with me. That was Caden Olsen that picked that off, right? Yeah, played a great game there.
Free safety and just went and got it.
Yeah, heck of a finish. I'll get Coach Carter here. Thank you, Coach.
Oh, my, Coach Carter, give him a big thanks from us, Brad.
I will do that, but as always, Coach Carter gets a little family love before he does anything else. I think that's really, really cool. Coach, we talked before the game, and you're like, I want to keep the ball out of their hands. It's kind of what we want to do. But if we need to shoot them out, we'll do a shootout, Coach. Kind of what happened here tonight?
Brad, I don't really know, but that's a great team. They do things very well, and we had a tough time slowing them down. I really think it boils down to we just made one more play than they did tonight. We kept with the program. I thought we ran the ball very well in the second half and started to wear them out a little bit, but it came down to, we made a play in overtime and ended it that way.
Yeah, I think a lot of people coming into this game, Coach, thought you might be chasing them a little bit all night. Like they're going to score, you'll be bailing back. But to be honest, it was quite the opposite story. It seemed like you guys were always a little bit ahead. You had them kind of feeling the pressure all night long. Your game plan for, putting that ball in the end zone tonight.
Yeah, just our kids executed, Brad, and very, very proud of the group, man. We get to play next week. I told them before we walked out tonight, we're practicing Monday. Monday's after school. Practice is Monday after school, and that was our sole goal tonight. We get to do that on Monday.
All right, Coach. Hey, best of luck to you next week, and congratulations, Coach.
Thanks,
Great
Brad.
win.
Thanks.
All right, thanks so much. Brad Bannister, brought to you by Frickers and Coach Ryan Carter. We'll take a timeout in our postgame, come back, and talk a little bit more about this one. The Clyde Fliers, I would say underdogs in this ball game, even though they're a number 1 seed, Mike Martin. They come back in overtime, beat a very, very good Shelby team. They get the luxury of taking on last year's defending state champs, Van Wert, and that'll be next week. We will be at that ball game. So stay tuned. More Frozone postgame show after this on 92.1 The Wolf.